Mm.
What I just recently told Kank was that I found him through just randomly lurking, just chatting. He was in my recommended.
Yep.
I message, I try to jump into the chat, and a hello would have been nice. A hello would have been nice. I'm just,
Dude, I didn't
just
mean it. I've said it every time. It was
and
an
then
accident.
and then you know what happened after that? I follow him on Twitter. Follow would have been nice too, but apparently, it takes a couple months for Mr. Kank. I think he was busy. I don't know what his deal was. So
I didn't know who you were at the time, okay?
So
Dude.
being the prude that I am followed. I was like, man, fuck this guy. What is
Yeah,
this?
this motherfucker unfollowed me. Imagine.
And then he followed me back, and I felt bad. I was like, oh shit. No, I think he knows that I unfollowed him.
Dude, I didn't. Okay. Dude, whatever.
What? Bam, ladies and gentlemen, is this your king? Is this your
Yo,
king?
hello.
Dude, Kank, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm really good, actually.
You are too.
Just
You are
finished,
so. Yeah. What?
Yeah, no, go. I just
Yeah.
finished my last day of work, so I'm straight chilling.
How
Yeah.
long you done for?
I'm done till whenever school starts again, so like end of January.
Yo,
So I've got like a
what?
month off. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got a whole month off? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What do you
I'm very
what,
excited.
what do you have on deck? What do you think about doing for this month and couple weeks off?
Getting drunk with the homies in the city a couple of times here and
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
for New Year's and whatnot. Some of the homies are coming down from interstate,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna meet them and do the same. And then I don't know. I kind of wanted to like travel around Victoria if I get a car for a bit, but other than that, not many plans. Yeah, I'm keen.
I'm excited for you, man. That sounds like
Thank you. Yeah.
in terms of going out, are we going to be expecting some IRL streams, or this is off the books? Is this
Yeah.
all you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
100%. Yeah, for sure.
Who in the community? I know you said you're going to be linking up with some people. Who in the community can we get a preview of that you'll be collaborating, or one can say collaborating, I would say hanging out with.
Yeah, I'd say hanging out with. I've been hanging out with Hectic Ant, who's in chat,
Nice.
Levitate, and Darcy Rain a lot.
Yeah.
Those are the three I've been hanging out with the most. But a few of like the Queensland homies are coming down in Jan, so that'd be fun.
Who's the Queensland homies? So I could.
So Ash is coming, and then
Ashley
Ruby was
too.
meant to come. Ashley too, yeah. Ashley
And
too.
Ruby was supposed
And
to.
Ruby was meant to come, but I don't think she'll be able to because she's in Sydney. So sad.
No.
Yeah.
Did Sydney get locked down or something, or am I missing?
Yeah. So Sydney can't really like all of New South Wales where Sydney is. You can't really leave. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you can't really leave the state, which sucks. But everywhere else, I'm pretty sure is like allowed to leave. Yeah.
You see this, guys? He's already breaking rule 1. All right, I told him
I
not to look at you. This motherfucker just doesn't even follow the rules.
I tried.
What's the point of me? See, it was a test.
Oh,
I paid
Legit's coming. Legit.
Ruby, I will give you the $1 that I owe you for that test, and he failed it. All right, interviews over. You ever watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old one?
I'm sorry.
Okay, he clearly hasn't. All right, he's too fucking young.
But no, yeah, of course I have. What do you mean?
You have? You know how he at the very end he's like, "You lose," like because he cheated and he touched the whatever. Yeah, that's what's going on here, my man. All right, fucking Wonka'd you. But that's I like that. I like that you got plans. I love your IRL streams, dude. I enjoy your
yeah.
I mean, whether it be the IRL streams that you stream for the public or the IRL streams that you stream for me privately, apparently, me and Meg and Tunks. After Meg's stream, all great. This guy, let me tell you what you did. I don't know if you're comprehending what you did that stream. This man was so blasted. First of all, it was still broad daylight. All right, you can look up when you streamed that you were drunk the other day. Last
daylight. It was like midnight.
No, dude, it was bright. It was bright, my man.
Oh, you're talking about in Discord. I thought.
Yeah. No. Yeah, not the night stream. Not the night stream.
Okay,
I'm talking about the one where it was you, Hectic, and Levitate. And this guy, I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. You know what he does? This guy is so excited. He man, find you a man that talks to you like Kank does when he calls you.
Yep.
Guys, look, and he's walking around he's like within arm's reach of people, and he is yelling,
Facts.
absolutely yelling.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he's
I
like,
don't even remember.
"Moms, I'll take you to Chinatown," which I'm just like, "Oh, why does it got to be Chinatown? It could have been any other town, Italian town. I could have taken American town. It didn't have to be Chinatown." So he takes us to Chinatown, and he showed me this restaurant, this place where him and his friend went that one night when they did a night stream, and it's so sick. I'm such a fan of getting drunk and then going to a Chinese
Yep.
restaurant. That's such a
Fuck
vibe.
yeah.
You know what he does, guys? This man goes inside the restaurant. He opens the door, peeks his phone and his body, and like films a little bit, and then just leaves. And just leaves. Like the craziest. Do you know how terrified I would be if I was a customer at this Asian restaurant, this Chinese restaurant,
Listen.
having you show up like it's reeking of alcohol, and then just
It
leave?
wasn't that bad. It
No.
wasn't that bad. Come on. Hey, at least you got to see the inside of where I got drunk that night. So
Yeah, it
nice.
looked exactly like the Yelp photos that we looked up that
The
night.
Yelp photos. Yeah.
Kank, I love you
Yep.
too much. I love you too much.
I
I
love you too,
appreciate that. I appreciate the inside look. But Kank, I start these shows the same way. All right.
Yeah, of course.
45 times. I've started them all the same way. And I started off by telling the guest how we met. You know, how this came to be. What you guys don't know, I'm looking at the camera as I talk, because I'm not even looking at you because you're reading chat. But what I just recently told Kank was that I found him through just randomly lurking, just chatting. He was in my recommended.
Yep.
I message, I try to jump into the chat, and a hello would have been nice. A hello would have been nice. I'm just,
Dude, I didn't mean it. I've said it every time. It was an accident.
And then you know what happened after that? I follow him on Twitter. Follow would have been nice too, but apparently, it takes a couple months for Mr. Kank. I think he was busy. I don't know what his deal was. So
I didn't know who you were at the time. Okay. Dude.
So being the prude that I am, I unfollowed. I was like, man, fuck this guy. What is this?
This motherfucker unfollowed me. Imagine.
And then he followed me back, and I felt bad. I was like, oh shit. No, I think he knows that I unfollowed him.
Dude, I didn't. Okay. Dude, whatever.
What? Why?
Look, I told you I was in a call with some homies, and they're like, yo, did you watch Mums today? I'm like, what is Mums? Who is Mums? Like, whose mum is streaming? Like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, like, they linked me, and I was like, oh, sick. This guy looks really cool. And then I followed you that day. Yeah. And I think you were doing Gwen's stream, maybe?
Yeah, so
like
that's
her interview.
Yeah,
that was a while ago. Yeah, and from there, I was like, all right, this guy's sick, so I stuck around.
I'm giving you a hard time. I've always liked Kanks. It's whoa, he gave me a fine. It's fine.
No,
I have a headache.
Fine.
It's fine. But I've been a fan because this is when I really started paying attention. Was you got that new microphone that you have right now, and you were testing it out, and I was so enamored because I was also going through the stages of trying to find new equipment. And he was just a charmer, man. He was funny. His attitude. You've been playing games that are more story oriented lately.
I'm enjoying it,
and it's so enjoyable from a viewer standpoint of view. Like I love Life is Strange and all the different iterations of storylines that go on there. So that was really kind of the basis of us kind of getting to know each other. And I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the lines, you and I just started like talking, and we were like, oh yeah, like I fuck with you and I hang out with you, and then somehow we got in a VC a couple times and just hanging out. But yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of what you do and you streaming in general. And you, more importantly, you're such a good friend too. So I know I'm defining.
Good friend. Thank you.
Wow, I'm defining the relationship for you. All right. Doesn't that you ever with your homies, Kank, and like they have to pick up a call and they're with their parents. And they're like, hey, yeah, I'm with a friend right now. And they never called you that prior. And you kind of hear them say it for the first time. And so you hear over here and you're kind of like gushing. You're like, oh, that's nice. Ooh. I feel that's the same. Okay. Wow. Okay. Must be nice. This guy's too popular, guys. All right. Kank's too popular. He's got a list. He's got a binder. But I'm just on another level tonight. All right. You're the final show of the year. You know that I have to.
Dude,
it's exactly. It's WrestleMania for me, baby. First question for you, Kank. All right. Before you were streaming, how long have you had your Twitch account?
Oh, okay. Here's like the origin of how I like discovered Twitch in the first place. I was and a lot of you know, like a lot of like the homies in here have been here for like the longest time, like Supreme and Sears and whatnot. But basically, how it all started was like in terms of my streaming, I started Fortnite, like that's what I played. But before then, I had my operation on my shoulder, and I was like just bedridden. So I was on my computer, and I discovered Fortnite and Ninja. Pretty funny, but like now it's pretty funny. But then like I found him entertaining to watch, and I was watching his YouTube videos, and I had no idea about all this like live streaming shit.
Yeah.
So I was watching him on YouTube and he's like highlights, and I thought it was like, wow, this guy's fucking insane at this game. I want to play it. I want to be as good as him, whatnot. And then I got Fortnite on my goddamn university laptop, which like would overheat and like it would burn my legs and shit. Cause I was laying in my bed because I wasn't allowed to like stand up or anything. So I was like laying in my bed with a laptop on my lap, overheating my legs, like a little mouse next to me, and I couldn't move my arm
Yeah.
properly because I had the operation on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let's check out his YouTube videos. And then the first comment was him, and it was like, "Yo, check me out. I'm live on Twitch right now." And I clicked on it. And I was like, "Yo, this is sick. What the fuck? Like, I'm watching a man play a game like in real time." I was like, "This is insane." And I didn't make an account for the longest time. So whenever like season 2 of Fortnite came out was when I started watching Twitch. I don't know
Mm,
when that was. Someone could maybe quote it in chat.
sure.
But yeah, that's when I started watching, and then probably I don't know, like 4 months down the line, maybe 5 months down the line, I created an account. I think I've had an account for 2 and a bit years.
Hmm.
Maybe, yeah, 2 and a bit years would make sense.
So,
And, yeah,
so you
that was
you
it.
joined the platform because of Ninja, Fortnite, as well as your injury, and you were
Yes.
watching the whole time. It sounds like you were really enjoying yourself. So, what changed in your mindset to transition from being a viewer to a streamer? Or let me ask the first
Okay,
question. Let's make it easier. How long
go
have you
for it.
been streaming?
A year and a half now.
Hmm.
Well, I got affiliated a year and a half ago, and then I sort of didn't stream for a couple of months, and then I started getting into it properly.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like a year and 4 months I've been properly streaming maybe?
A year and four
Yeah,
months, probably. I
something like
see.
that, yeah.
So, what made you go live the very first time, though?
So I had just gotten not this PC that I'm using right now, another one, but I'd just gotten the
Hmm.
PC, and I don't know, a month into having that PC, I started playing Fortnite like competitively, and I made like a couple $100 here and there in like the competitive scene for that, which was all right. And then I was like, yeah, let's like start streaming it. And the main reason that I started streaming it was because of another homie of mine who was streaming. He doesn't oh, he streams now and then now, but
Mm.
it was myself and, like, 2 other homies that I'd play with, and I was just like when I wasn't playing, I was just watching his stream and, like, watching him, like, interact with me, like, without me actually, like, being there in the call with him, I kinda found it cool because like, obviously, it's not the same like in Ninja's chat, it's, like, completely
Yeah.
different, like,
Oh,
atmosphere.
totally.
Yeah, but, I kind of enjoyed the fact that I could, like, talk to him about shit and just, like, kind of vibe in his Twitch chat while he's just playing, like, games, and, I don't know, sort of like he was like the inspiration for me. His name was Maverick. His name's now David AU. You might have seen him in my Twitch chat every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was playing, and he kind of inspired me to start like streaming. And yeah, from there we've been homies since. Like we've known each other for like 2 plus years. Yeah, it's been
Hmm.
cool.
Do you
Yeah.
remember your first stream, Kank?
Yes. So I actually didn't play Fortnite first.
Mm-hmm.
I played a small game that I used to play as a child. It was called Titan Quest.
I've never heard
No,
of
no, no.
this.
No, you wouldn't, but, it's
Hmm.
actually a really good game, like, it's got a good rating on, like, gaming websites or whatever, but it never, like, blew up or anything, but it was like a game about, like, having, like, a titan or whatever,
Hmm.
and, like, you travel through, like, different, like, lands, like, I learned a lot about, like, mythology and shit, like, Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, and all this other stuff from this game, so, I don't know. I used to use that as an excuse when I was a kid, I was like, "Yo, I'm learning, mom, like, let me play the game, I'm learning about mythology."
You were always this sneaky, huh? You
Yeah,
always, yeah.
100%.
Oh,
My
well,
parents have always been strict, so.
we'll get. Oh. We'll get to
Yeah, we'll
that.
get onto that. Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get to
yeah.
that in a bit, all right? We'll get to that in a
Mhm, mhm,
bit.
mhm.
But in terms of you streaming, I like that. So you got inspired by a friend. You've been, what made you go consistently after? Because you mentioned that first kind of brief period where it's kind of like you're learning and you're not very sure. It's similar to I figured a lot of streamers have the same experience where when
Mm.
they first go live, it's like, okay, like I kind of understand what's going on. But as you go, you really pick up the pieces. You really figure out, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what, especially that consistency aspect. So when did you start taking, I know actually you mentioned a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken. You,
Yeah.
you, you started taking it consistently, but why did you start doing that?
Um, well, so basically at the time I was playing tennis competitively before I had the operation,
Mm-hmm.
and that was, like, a big commitment for me, so, like, I do that a lot of time, like, a lot of my week was me training and playing tennis and whatnot, and then when I had my operation, I, like, couldn't really do any of that for the longest of time, so I
Mm,
kinda, like, found streaming as, like, another, like, something that I could do in my off time, something that, like, would provide me with entertainment and, like,
yeah,
maybe me entertain some people,
right.
and, yeah, it was just sort of free flowing, the homies would come in and watch, and then, new homies would come in, and
Mm-hmm.
they'd stick around, and, it was fucking cool seeing people, like, enjoying me, like, talking to them and just sort of vibing with people, yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I like that a
Mm,
lot.
mhm.
Nice. Mr. Kank, I would be a liar not to say that I don't have your stream up right now. And
Okay.
with that being said, I like to go into all my guests' streams and kind of
Mm,
figure out who they are. What are a couple things about them through their channel that I can find out and ask them about. And one of those things being channel points. All right.
uh-huh.
Your currency being Lacan coins, which is I like that. It's
Mhm.
cute. But I got a couple questions. There's a couple of
Go
these
for it.
rewards that I would love for you to explain. The first
Okay.
one being for 5,000 points, it says
Yep.
Mike Kiss. Can you tell me where this
Mm.
originated and what is it?
So with my old mic, I had a snowball. Terrible fucking mic. Terrible. And I wouldn't even need to like get close to the mic. I'd just give like a sloppy kiss and it would be just like loud and distorted and terrible.
Okay.
And I don't know like how it exactly happened first time round, but I just sort of like gave a homie a kiss in like the stream or something or whatever, kiss a homie. And I don't know, dude. It just sort of stuck, and then obviously, like, channel points weren't a thing for a while, but when they did, we brainstormed, like, the chat night, and
Yeah.
we enjoyed that mic kiss. So then I did that, and I still had the snowball when I think channel points came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I got this new mic, I need to like turn the gain up all the way, just so it sounds remotely, you know, sloppy and loud for the homies.
Uh-huh. First of all, I love how you keep using we statements, really taking the heat off yourself.
Oh,
But say,
okay, dude.
can you
Listen,
can you give a reenaction of this? What is a mic kiss? How does this sound like for the
you
people
want to
at
you want to
home?
hear one?
Of
You want to hear
course.
one? All right.
Wow, I have an ear infection, guys. That was hot.
There you
That
go.
was crazy. That was
Mm,
crazy. That's
yeah.
crazy. Insane.
Enjoy.
Perfect. Very dank. Very dank, Kank.
Yeah, very dank. Yep.
Let's move on here. Let's move on to this
Mm,
next one. I'm skipping straight to somewhat of the top here, and it says for 100,000 points, I
mm.
can get a custom command. Has anyone uh, cashed this in? And if so, what is that command?
I don't actually think anyone has. There might have been one or two,
Mm-hmm.
but like they never like use the command or anything when they come into chat. But no, that one's not very popular. If I'm being honest, I don't
Really?
think. Yeah, like maybe one or two people have. Like, yeah, that one's not very popular at all.
I th- I think that what's
Yeah,
crazy is the fact that you can like there's a lot of power with that, whether they know it or not. There's a lot of power
yeah,
for custom commands. How about the one that's also 100,000 and it says custom Discord role?
yeah. There's been a couple of those. Yeah,
Really?
there's
They're both the
yeah,
same
there's
price.
yeah. They prefer that one.
What
Their own fucking color and shit. Their own
wh-
command. I don't
what
know.
kind of nasty roles do they want to give themselves?
Oh, I'll have a look. There's some odd ones.
Go right ahead. I'd love to hear this.
What was it, Jonesy got one? It was Sus Lord. I don't, he used to say some sus shit in chat. You
Do
said
you
some
make these or do
sucker.
they make them themselves?
No, no, they pick, they pick.
Oh god.
Who else got one? There was some other ones. There's some really odd ones. They're a bit strange with that. Fuck, what's another one? Favorite Fortnite player. Yeah, yeah, there was one that was like these are old though. Hold on, let
Mhm.
me find another one. There was another one.
Is
Who
there
was
any,
it that redeemed it?
are
It's
there
nothing like
any that
special.
are just too out of pocket that you're just like, ah, this is the weirdest, or is it the Sus Lord
Oh,
one?
here we go. Oh, no, 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 I found it. Hold on. Where is he? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Here it is.
Oh my god. Go ahead.
Jezzagon, it was no hypers because that's his favorite emote. I don't know why. He loves that. And then Megzamo, if you know Megs,
Yeah,
Meg's
yeah,
got
yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah. What's
She was
hers?
pissed because it doesn't like you don't sit above anyone. Like you just get the role.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was this game we used to play. I can't remember what it was, but she was just better at it than me. So her
Hmm.
role's better gamer. So
Wow.
yeah, there's nothing like
These are
special.
these are just insults at you, apparently. I think
Oh yeah,
it
they
sounds
all
like
are.
these are just
100%.
digs at you. Let me ask
Yeah,
a couple that are I find very. I'll ask two more. Actually, let's go for
go for it.
three.
Go for it.
This one here, it says for 300,000, get a mullet. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a real offer? Because I feel like this is
Yes,
attainable.
100%.
300,000. Is that why you're growing out your hair?
At the moment, yeah. All it would like do for me is I just need to shave this part here,
Yeah.
and then the easy mullet right there.
Jeez, Louise
People think
Shane.
I have a mullet already, but I don't know. I don't think it's like a proper mullet yet.
If you can you turn around? I haven't actually seen the back of your. Wow, you look beautiful. Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty long. You like
I
that?
couldn't from the back. I couldn't tell if you're handsome or beautiful. That's the harsh part. It was that long. I do like the flow. I like the
Mm,
flow.
it is flowy.
So you thought 300,000, that's a wrap. That's good enough. I'll do the mullet and we'll move
Yeah,
on from there. I like that.
why
I
not?
like that. But here's the thing. Why have a mullet, guys, for 300,000 when for 500,000 it says that Kank will do the WAP? Where did this come
Yeah,
from? And
they they wanted me to do it when it was popular,
yeah,
but like that's something I really don't want to do. So I made it pretty high, and they were kind of pissed off about that. But
still attainable though.
yeah,
Still
100%.
and you're playing Life is Strange the prequel and I think there's a plenty of opportunities to farm some points, all right?
Oh fuck yeah, 100%.
If
I
anything
think
I've
that some people are like in the maybe 300, 400s. No one's
holy
like, yeah,
I'm waiting
maybe.
for the chance to give my points to someone. That's what I want to do. That's what I
Yeah,
really
that'd be
want to
cool.
do. That I
Hmm,
mean, you'll be whopping left and right if that's the case.
please no.
The last one here for 1,000,000 points. And this one would
Yes.
actually take a year or two to collect. I've done the math, all right? As a
Yes.
sub and
Mhm.
this it says private tennis lesson. Where did this come from and what does it entail if it were to actually be implemented?
Um, I guess no matter where you're from or whatever, if they have a tennis court wherever they are, I could fly out to them, or if they're local, like I do a tennis lesson here. But I don't know. I could use it as like an opportunity for like a holiday. Like I don't know. It still wouldn't just be a tennis lesson. I could still have like a dinner or whatever with the homie if they're like overseas. But like that one's pretty big because I feel like if they're overseas or whatever, I can fly them down here or I can fly to them.
You would
So that
legitimately fly someone out for a
yeah.
million. That's crazy,
That's
dude.
a lot of points. That takes dedication to get that many points in a Twitch chat. So I think
I could earn that. I
yeah,
can earn that. I could earn that, gang. I could earn that.
go for it. Good luck.
Wow. Wow.
How many
Wow.
points did you have? Go on, tell me.
Um, I just
Yeah.
canceled your thing. I think I have like 17,000.
Yep, pretty close. Nice.
Okay, rude. All right, rude. All right. Motherfucker. Oh, pretty close. Nice. Anywho,
Nice, yeah.
Kank, I have 4 clips of yours pulled
Oh
up.
god, you do?
And
I was gonna ask you about that actually
what's
because I
up?
deleted all my clips from DMCA shit.
Mhm.
So like I was wondering what clips you could possibly find from me.
We're going to find
So
out tonight. We're going to
here we go,
find
dude.
out tonight. All right. 4 clips. Some of them are more on the conversational piece. Others are, things that you're doing on stream. I'm very curious. This first one here, I watched this over and over. I'm very curious what you meant by this. All right. I don't like to mince words. That's something you got to learn about me, Kang. I like people to speak for themselves. I need you to explain to me what is happening in this clip. All right. So let's.
Oh
I'll
god.
play it out,
Oh, you did?
and
Okay.
I will listen here. All right.
Okay, I gotta turn the audio on. Go for it.
Reddit's pretty like dank. Like all the dank people use it, I guess.
Hot take. Why? What do you mean by this? What the fuck does all the Reddit people? By the way, the Reddit people are pretty
Redditors?
dank. What does this mean? What do you mean by dank? I feel like there's a connotation that you're trying to say. Because look how
Oh,
much
God.
look how much in thought you are right now. You got your fucking
Dude.
your cute universe background, and you're in
Yeah.
this deep thinking position. No beard. Deep thinking position
beard.
about what dank means. What do you mean by this, Kank?
Well, like, okay. I feel like Reddit is the origin of a lot of shit you see on like mainstream like social media.
Okay.
So like, I think that Reddit is like the source of everything. So when you see like a Twitch clip or something blow up on like other platforms, like on Twitter and shit, you see that shit on Reddit first. And the people like that, sort all that shit out, like the people that are on like Reddit all the time, I just feel like they have a lot of time on their hands, and it's their like the community from that like platform. Like, it's a platform, right? Reddit. That like I don't know, they're just like very extra. Like for example, someone that's on the platform a lot who comes to mind instantly is Charlie. See Charlie.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
we all know Charlie is
He's
a
so
fucking
dank.
yeah. He's really dank.
Meme lord, just
Yeah.
so yeah, dinky. Okay, fair play, fair play. I
So
can,
yeah, that was like where I was getting at with that.
I can get on that. Why did you look so like? It's not confused.
Serious?
Yeah, you look like you were gonna offend a lot of people. This is the face someone makes right before they say a hot take, guys. I want you
don't know.
to see this.
You think so? I don't know. I was just in my thoughts. Just when I speak, I speak truths. I don't lie about shit on chat.
Speak
I'll
truths.
just be I'll just be stating facts.
Well, that's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy when
I see
we.
snuff in there. We were
Yeah.
vibing, dude. Everyone's vibing.
Let's see what this next clip will entail then. Let's see what
Oh, God.
truths will be spoken at this next clip here. Top tier gameplay here. Let's listen in.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, go for it.
It's gotta be either these two, and then it's gotta be either these two. This one's clear.
Look how much fucking work.
Dude.
And look at your I'm just gonna phrase it here. We both know. Look at all this chickens. Look at all this work. You got flags. You had 4 decisions. 4 decisions left, King.
It was a 50-50.
It truly was. It might have been 25% because you still had to claim these as flags. But the question is, you trusted some random person that came into your chat that was like, oh, it's mathematically, it has to be here. Why did you do that? What is going on here?
Well, I looked at it very, very thoroughly, and I came to the conclusion that it was a 50-50, so I just picked someone in chat to, do one. I was like, yo, chat, which one? And then they picked one, and I was like, well, fuck, GG's.
Is it actually a 50-50? I'm looking at this because he has
I'm convinced it is, dude.
bomb. It had one. Yeah, it really was a 50-50.
Yep.
That's crazy. I've never seen something like this. You actually know how to play Minesweeper?
Have a look. Does it look like I do?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Come on, dude.
Oh! Boom! Home run, baby!
God
Home run.
damn it,
It's too
dude.
much.
All
It's
right.
too easy. It's simply too easy, Kank. You're coming into my home. You're coming in my home, and you're expecting me not to feast? What is this, Kank? Come on. You thought I was gonna be nice tonight. You thought I was
You are gonna be nice to me. I know you are.
And Kank,
It's okay.
I just, you're such
Fine.
a beautiful, great person, and you're just, you fucking get out of here, get out of town. All right, here's a third one. Here's a third clip I have. More about your truths, more truths that you have to share.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I actually
Oh,
don't
God.
remember this one, but we're gonna give it a listen either way. I'm gonna
Go for it.
prepare.
But
Oh yes, I do.
Jesus Christ, I'm fucking balding, chat. I'm straight. Like, look at that. I'm actually balding. I'm scared. If I go bald, will you still love me, chat? Will you still love?
First of all, that statement you made, if I go bald, do you still love me, Chet? That is something my ex has said this, those kind of predicaments before where like, but it's always weirder. It's like, if I had no arms and legs, would you still love me? Like, and it's like at 5 a.m. and we're like,
That's a bit
what is?
different. That's a
It's
bit
just,
different.
it's a bit much. It's a bit much. But you were asking your chat if you're hold on, let me get in the right position. There you go.
I'm balding.
If you're balding, are you truly? I think you still look good. You still got.
I don't know. I feel like this part here
Mm-hmm.
has gotten a little bit further back
Mm-hmm.
in the last, who knows how long.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Welcome to the balding club, dude. Get ready for a lot of hats. Get ready for a lot of hats.
I already wear a lot of hats.
Do you have a? Here we go. Let's see it.
I always wear this hat on stream.
I know you do. I actually like it. Ooh, are we matching? Is this what is this? White? I like it. I like it. It's clean. Wait, where'd you get that sweater from?
Wait, you actually want to know?
Yeah, I like it.
So my favorite YouTuber, it's his merch. His name's Chris Chan. He's from America.
No.
And he used to do, like, I used to skateboard a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like got inspiration from him for that shit. But he used to skateboard a lot, and then he sort of like started like diving into like vlogging more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he makes sick merch. Like I've got this one, and then I don't know if you know the pink hoodie that I wear. It also says unsatisfied on it. It's
yeah,
like,
I do
it's
notice
like,
that.
Yeah. And then I got like a black shirt as well. But yeah, that's where I got it from.
It's legitimately, that's one of my favorite colors of blue. That's like a royal blue or a electric blue. I like that a lot. I'll take it. Anyways, all right. So I do agree with the balding. All right, I'll meet you in the middle there. I think it's a little bit, not too much. You're still young, but most importantly, I'm not gonna ask your community. I'm gonna ask you. Do you think they'll still love you after all of this is gone? After the main is gone?
I sure hope so. Maybe a couple of homies won't stick around, but I know the real ones. I know the real ones.
We'll see in 2021. It's gonna be crazy. We'll see. That's how soon. That's how soon. I have one more clip here, Kank, and I'm gonna play this one for vanity reasons. Do you know?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by vanity?
Yeah, sure.
For those that don't know, and as well as for Kank. So vanity means it's for me. This is a me clip.
Yeah,
all right. I'm gonna be stroking my.
I know
own
exactly
ego.
what it is.
Okay.
Look, dude, it's obvious.
We talked about this night, and I had 2 clips of it, and of course I had to play this one for you, all right? Because I'm the man who clipped it himself. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
Is this your first time? Hold on, Blazer. My friend is about to die, so ladies and men, have a good rest of the stream. Appreciate it.
Blaze, I love you.
Thanks for popping in, brother. Kank is faded. Mum's online, he is faded.
Mums is here. Give me that shit.
Look at me, dude. Look at me. Oh god.
This is when I fucking loved you. This is what it was. Because look how you talk to this man like you're lecturing him. All right, you're making him like me. That was the funniest.
He's a fucking sick dude.
He says thank you, mums, as well.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
See, he
right.
says it like
Mum's
he's
your
in
heart,
trouble.
heart.
Why does he say it like he's in fucking trouble?
I
Huh?
don't know. We're both shit-faced. What do you expect?
This is the guys. If you're watching this tonight, this is the reason I had the whole joke where it's like, find you a streamer that gets so excited when they see your name pop up in the chat. This is the kind of energy. His face, this elation. It was. I've never seen this kind of excitement. He jumps out of his seat. This play-by-play. His eyes spark up. All right.
My face. Yeah, look at me.
His eyes.
I can barely open my eyes.
This is before. This is the before.
God.
And this is the after.
So bad. Oh no.
But dude, I love you too much, man. I appreciated that kind of energy, man. I'm not even gonna roast you on it. We'll leave it at that, guys. We'll leave it at that. But that was a fantastic stream, and honestly, I know I've heard Brody say this before, and I think you're reinforcing that statement. But IRLs are very much slept on. I mean, especially with everyone cooped up. If you have the technology and if you have the adventure in you, by all means, because that was fascinating seeing you walking around, stumbling around the streets of Melbourne, and just you. I think at one point you were at a beach or a park. It was fascinating to be a part of.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like I said, this coming summer, I want to my number one thing is to try get a car, and then from there, I want to go to places with some homies or whatever, and just
Mhm.
fucking IRL stream like a lot of shit. I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for that shit. Yeah.
I like that a lot. I'm excited
Mm,
for it too. I can't
yeah.
wait to watch, maybe be a part of it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the
Yeah.
cards hold.
100%.
So, all that's the roasting stuff aside, all right? We got rid of all that. Now you're off the hot seat. We'll put you on the icy seat. We'll cool down for a little bit. I'm going to ask you some questions introspective of your time on Twitch, okay? Some questions
Sure.
that are more in depth and looking upon yourself and your community and your stream. The first question being, Kank,
Mm-hmm.
what have you learned about yourself through streaming?
Whoa. Jeez. I don't know. That's a good question.
Gave you this ahead of time. You know that
No, I
this
know, but like this one kind of fucks with you. I guess I kind of learned because I used to think that I wasn't a very good like socializer, I guess. I still think I'm not very like I don't think I'm the most interesting person at times, but I feel like I'm good at keeping a conversation going with like as long as like people bounce back off me with shit. But I feel like people resonate with me in a way. Like I feel like I'm just sort of like relatable. I'm that guy that like you can just sort of chat to, and I kind of really learnt that in the last year and a bit because you know before then I was in second year uni, wasn't enjoying it very much. Never really enjoyed like uni. We'll get into that later, whatever. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, like that sort of provided with me like I don't know an idea of me give like it sort of gave me an idea that I'm sort of worth it, I guess. I don't know. It's like hard to explain in a sense, but like people sort of appreciated me and it kind of meant a lot to me. So, you know, stuff like that was very well like thought through whilst I was like going through like hard times and shit, whatever. But streaming was always been there for me and like all the homies in Twitch chat like were there like just to be there for me. So for me, I just sort of learnt a lot about myself in terms of like the way I talk to people. Like now, since being on Twitch, I feel like when I'm in person with people, other than saying like stupid Twitch lingo, because I sometimes do that by accident when I'm drunk, like in person. But other than that, I feel like I converse better with people and I know how to like keep a conversation going better. So that's definitely something I've learned via Twitch, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
You used the phrase early on in your answer where you said,
Yes.
I think I'm relatable. And I
Yes.
find that very interesting because I think there are literally marketing agencies that try to capture that
Yes.
relatability to people. How did you find out that you were relatable with those that are in your community or those even just stopping by to have a conversation?
Yeah, like a lot of people come through the stream. There's those that come in and say hi for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes and then they
Sure.
leave. And then there's those that are there for the entirety of the stream. But that's not all about like relatability. Like some people are just busy. But when someone repeatedly comes in and like hangs out with you and like you can just like have a free flowing conversation about what they did today. And then I have a conversation about what I did today. I don't know. Like you sort of feel good. Like you know that people are there just to like see what's up. Like it feels really good, like just having
Sounds
a
like
conversation.
genuine. It sounds
Yeah,
more of the fact that
yeah,
it's like genuine interest in each other's lives and trying to
absolutely.
bridge a gap that while we're not there physically, like you and I were doing this all over the internet. So we're not
Mm,
there. We're kind of handicapped in that aspect of like you can't really read too much of my body language. It's all of this is being conveyed over a call. Although we
mm.
can kind of watch each other, it's still limiting. Like I couldn't give you a handshake, I couldn't give you a hug,
No,
um,
yeah,
or we couldn't really. I mean, we could share a drink on stream, but that's a whole other thing. Um, but I like that. I like that you really focused in on trying to be intentional with anyone that
mm,
comes into your stream and that wants to have a conversation.
yeah,
Uh, if you want to have a conversation, it sounds like you're willing to have it.
absolutely, yeah.
To bounce at
I love
it's
talking. It's awesome.
is it anything
Yeah.
like tennis, Mr. Tennis Teacher?
Uh, It's hard to talk. There's some like older kids that are really like easy to talk to.
Yeah.
But obviously, when they're 4 years old, there's not much to talk about. So there's that.
Okay.
But
Get ready for
you
the
know,
4-year-olds to cancel you, right? They're about to come.
mhm. Yeah, they're about to come into Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's also helped with like conversation and whatnot,
Yeah.
like the work.
Yeah, I like
Um,
that.
yeah, 100%.
I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
it's been good. Hmm.
Kank, how would you describe your streaming style?
Um, laid back, I guess. People watch like XQC and whatnot, and he's extremely like hyperactive and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the complete opposite of that. I feel
Hmm.
like I kind of give off like a stoner vibe, but I'm not. I'm not
I
stoned. But
100%
like,
thought that. Yeah, at first I thought that, and that's why it stuck
yeah,
around. And now
yeah,
I.
yeah. There you go. And you probably resonated that with a bit, because yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Interesting.
mm,
Interesting.
just a little bit maybe. But yeah, I kind of consider myself to be just relaxed,
Yeah.
um, free flowing, um, just like very calm. And here's something I was gonna say with the other answer. Something I learned about myself is, and this is something that I've adjusted. But when I
Yeah.
when I was like first streaming, like in I don't know, let's say the first year, I'd like to say, um, and if there was like a troll in Twitch chat,
Mm.
I couldn't be mean to them. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't be mean to anyone. Sometimes I'd like flip my ship, but like generally speaking, if someone was like rude in chat, I'd still be kind of like nice to them. The people who be rude to
Yeah.
them are like my people in chat. They're like homies. I could never like do anything. Like I sometimes I like mod like ban this guy, but like I'd never
Yeah.
like I don't
Attack
know
them.
like yeah.
See,
So that's something I definitely learned.
it's interesting. You make it sound like that's a bad thing that you do that, where you're kind to them or you at least put up with their shit. I find that actually a good thing. Like I wish I had that quality because it's
Yeah,
innate in me to attack someone. Even if they're not attacking me, I'll be like, all right, how do I make the situation funny? How do I
yeah.
kind of clown on them? But with you truly do. You show them kindness and you show them grace and you show them, you know, some sort of community or some sort of welcoming. Kank, I gotta say, I agree with you. The way you talk is very
Mm,
different than most streamers. Most
yeah.
streamers come in with YouTube voice or entertainer voice.
Hmm.
They're talking quick. A good example is XQC, man. I know that's truly how he is, but like he's
Yeah.
talking fast, man. He's stuttering over his words. That's also his brand. That's his staple.
Absolutely.
You have people like myself who do this radio late night DJ voice.
Yeah.
And it's it's what we do. For you, genuinely, I feel like if I were to meet you in person, this is exactly the same type beat that I would be getting either way.
Mhm.
And
100%. Yeah.
I find that fascinating. So in terms of your style, do you ever plan out your streams? Is it freestyled in that regard? How do you figure out what to do on stream?
Um, I like to. So back when I was like a one gamer Andy, like I only played Fortnite. It wasn't hard for me to like plan out
Yeah.
for the longest of time because I would just hop on. I'd do like not even a 5 minute intro of talking, and then I just get straight into gaming.
Mm.
So like shit's changed a lot over the last little bit. But yeah, I went from Fortnite and then to, Valorant, and then I decided to do more like variety kind of shit, and it's definitely been more enjoyable
Mm.
being able to be like more alternative and like just changing up the things I want to do because when you're stuck in one game it's kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, I did do weekly schedules as well. Like I would be like, I'm streaming at this time and this day, but I could never hold up to that. Like I could never fully do that. Like I'd
Mm.
always be like half an hour late or an hour late or whatever. So it was kind of hard for me to you know, be
Commit
consistent with that.
to
So I
it.
gave up on it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Why was it
Yeah.
so hard to be consistent with those kind of schedules? For
Um
you at least.
well, like especially recently, so I started doing the schedules again 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
A little more actually. I don't know, like a month and a half ago, maybe
Mhm.
2 months. And I've been working since whenever like the lockdown ended. I don't remember when. But I always finished work at like 7 or 7:30, and like coming home, I'd have to like quickly shower and eat dinner, and like you'd want at least like a little bit of me time. So like I go on Twitch for a little bit and like talk to someone that's streaming that I'm a homie with.
Yeah.
And then by that time, it's already like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm always like a little bit late or even a lot late sometimes.
Mhm.
So it was kind of shit. And yeah, I did want to like promise something that I couldn't do. So I stopped doing that with like
Mm.
the schedules. Yeah.
That's
Mm.
fair. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to force anything. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work for you, it doesn't
Exactly.
work for you, and figure out another way that does. Let's ask a couple community questions here, or questions about your community. The community questions at the end of the show, but questions about
Yeah.
your community, King. If I asked
Over
your
it.
community who you are, and I knew nothing about you, what do you think they would say to me?
Or what would they say about me?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Probably similar shit to what I said, just like someone that vibes out and chills, like has no like um
Look at his eyes,
real
guys.
like energy. I don't know. I don't really have that like I don't bring that like extreme energy that some people like that like
Sure.
people like to watch.
Mhm.
And some people don't like that. Some people don't fuck with that. So, it is what it is. But
Mhm.
yeah, the people that stay I guess would say that I don't know, I'm just like a laid back guy that likes to talk shit and play video games. Like
Yeah.
nothing more than that, you know what I mean?
Fair,
Mm.
fair, fair, fair. Let me read you a
Mm.
couple of what they've said, all right?
Okay.
'Cause I know you got it open, but here's a couple. He says, a guy that doesn't get laid,
Yeah,
five
okay, we
man,
get it.
X Factor winner 2021.
I don't get that one. What the
I
fuck?
don't get that one either. Le Vibe Car, the kindest
Vibin'?
person, uh, a short midget, sexy man, Fortnite main,
I'm not a Fortnite
kindest.
man. No, fuck off.
Those days are over, all right, guys. He hung it up. He
Yeah,
hung it up.
that's gone. Long gone.
Let's reverse it on them, Kang. Before we move on to the next segment, let's reverse it on them. How would you describe your community to me if I showed up in your chat knowing nothing and asked you, tell me about these people?
Ooh, okay. I feel like my community is quite diverse. So obviously there's like the younger viewers that are still there from like the Fortnite days that I guess just stuck around for me. And then there's like the homies that are like around my age that I got to know not only on Twitch but in like Discord calls and shit, like the ones that I really like related to. So there's those guys as well who are like I guess a little bit closer than some people in the community, but either way like I consider everyone like a homie and a friend. Um but yeah, I'd say that, you know, there's those young yeeters, if you want to call them. There's a couple in chat right now, but I still love them.
Yeah.
And those guys are always awesome. They always come in with like positivity and whatnot. And then there's all the homies that like know a bit more of like the inside scoop that
Mhm.
that joke around, just make fun of me, I guess. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
The
And
inside
then
scoop. I like that.
I don't know, there's shit that people know about
Yeah.
me that I don't say on stream, and then they, like, do, like, sort of inside jokes about it, like, via Twitch chat that not everyone
Mm.
understands, shit like
Mm.
that.
Mhm.
And then there's, like, the wider community, like, not like, a lot of the people that watch me are, like, from, like, the BFC and shit as well, like,
Yeah.
from Brody's stream. There's a lot of them as well, and I love them as well. They're really, really cool people. I appreciate their time a lot. So, yeah.
I like that. I like.
Yeah.
See, there you go, Kang. That's the first segment. All right, we did it.
There you go.
We're walking through it. It's easy. It's easy. Were you ever at all
Beautiful.
nervous for this? Were you ever at all?
A couple times.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm an overthinker. So
yeah.
when I get in my thoughts, I think about shit
Okay.
that yeah, kind of sometimes fucks with me. But like,
Mhm.
as soon as we started, I was fine. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. No, this is
yeah,
gonna be a cakewalk. Here's the
yeah.
thing, Kang. All right, we're going on to the next segment, which is life
Mm,
story. This is the meat and potatoes of it all. But before we
yeah,
do, I'm gonna
yeah.
go use the restroom. Okay.
Okay,
So
go
I
for it.
want you to pull up the stream. The chat is
Go for
yours.
it.
Go ahead. I'll be back in a minute. All right.
All right. Yo, what's going on, chat? How's it doing? Man, all the homies are in here today. Fuck, I love you all. How we doing? Yo. Sing All I Want for Christmas Is You. No. Hey, Schnrub, what's going on? Hey, Faye. Sears. Fucking hell. Hi, Little Prince. You're doing great. Thanks, Lilith. Thank you. Kank owns this chat. I know everyone in here. This is crazy. You guys are all fucking insane. I love you all. Hi, Kyle. Love you, dude. Mwah. Sing for me and I'll give 10 gifted. What do you want to sing? Do the WAP to entertain stream. No. Nothing wrong with that, Blaze. Pepe Smoke Wall? No. Time of my life? No. No. I'm not singing, all right? Liam, yo, Prime Gaming. Thank you for the primer. Pog you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What the fuck? Are you nervous? Nah, I'm not. I was nervous before it started, but now I'm chilling. I'm straight chilling, dude. Do something TOS. No, I'm not an idiot. Prime Gaming, dude. Premium. Actual primer. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that. I hope Mums notices. It's just a conversation. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, to be honest, like not in depth, but Mums and I basically had this already, but like now he's like more in depth. We thought he was pulling up Lecank Thick in the clip section. He couldn't because I deleted all the clips. So I was gonna message him and say, "Yo, I've got all the clips deleted, downloaded on my SSD," but I never got around to doing that. I'm good, Legit. How are you? Can I get a shout out? Yo, everyone go follow my homie Orion OGG. He doesn't stream.
Ban him.
Or does he?
Ban him. Oh my gosh. Dude,
There you
Rust, I appreciate it. Kind. Love it. I love it. Okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Kank, are you ready for this? Are you ready for
I am.
this?
Dude,
like-
you got a Prime. You got a Twitch Prime sub.
No way. What?
My boy Liam, yeah.
Yo, Lim, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Who's the asshole that was asking for you to do something TOS? That was 45 shows. I've never. You would think someone would ask to do that. You would think that's
No
one of the
one's
funny.
asked that.
No one's asked that yet. That's hilarious. Honestly, I find that
Wow.
hilarious. That's pretty good. That was pretty
That's
good.
surprising.
Yeah, it is what it is. Mr.
I would
Kank,
never.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right.
Cool.
Here's the thing with this part of the show, okay? And I forgot to write this in the DMs to you. If there's anything you
Yes.
don't want to cover that may be too far, too deep, stop me.
Hmm.
You know, stop me. Say, hey, man, I don't know, or like I don't know if I want to talk about that or whatever. I'm not here to force it. This is a complete conversation, all right? And it's not an interrogation. Those are two very different things.
Yep.
So,
Okay. You know the thing we've been talking about.
of course,
I don't know if I want to get into that too much, but other than that, I'm good.
of course,
Like we can skim over it if you want. Like I can clarify some shit.
I got
if
you.
you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
Other than that, I'm straight chilling.
I've had it's funny, it's interesting how I think every guest I've had has had one thing they're like, oh, I don't want to get too much, and we work around that here.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, Kank, let's talk about your family and you just generally growing up. Without doxing yourself, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Melbourne, raised in Melbourne. I've never lived outside of Melbourne.
Mhm.
I've always been here, and yeah, I've always loved it.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
love most about Melbourne?
Jeez, I like the nightlife a lot. The weather not so much.
Mm.
Weather's pretty weird here in Melbourne. I like the nightlife. It's got a very good like community vibe, I guess.
Mm.
Like, from what I've heard, compared to like Sydney's just sort of like businessy and whatnot, and like very very like commerce wise. But for Melbourne, I feel like everyone's friendly to each other. It's very homey and just sort of you get drawn in. Melbourne's very like inviting and friendly. It's a good place to be. I love it here. Yeah,
I like that.
100%.
Kank, any siblings?
No, I have an only child. Yeah.
Pure and
Um,
only. Tell me your experience in terms of that. And let me ask, uh, do you feel like there's a lot more? I feel like with only children, there's a lot more attention on them from the parents because of that
Yeah.
naturally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the attention's on me.
How do you
Um,
deal with that?
you know, I've always wanted like a little brother or something because, you know, at times you get bored on your own when you're a kid. Like your dad's busy doing something, cooking or some shit, so you can't hang out with him or whatever. But I've always wanted a little brother, and that never happened. My parents had me pretty late. My parents like in their 60s, so they're pretty
Mhm.
old. Um, but yeah, it's been okay. My parents always focused on me a lot. Like I'm everything to them, I guess.
I
So
guess. Yeah.
li- you know, like everything I do was scrutinized or
Mhm.
looked upon. So yeah.
Interesting how you said you wanted a younger brother. Did you ever consider maybe you wanted to be the younger brother and having like an older brother or sister? And why not sisters? How come you never mentioned any sisters, Kank?
This is me when I was a kid, all right? Like
Okay, I
this is
see.
me speaking from when I was a kid. You'd rather have a little brother when you're a little kid, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess it's, a bit different
Hmm.
now. I would be happy to have a sibling that's a sister. I wouldn't care at all, to be honest.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like either way, it's someone like you can like guess I don't know how it is exactly like having a sibling, but I'd
Sure.
feel like it'd be someone you could talk to about anything, and like I think it's someone you could talk to about shit that you would never want to talk to about with your parents. So I
Hmm.
never had that person really. Like I had friends and shit like I could
Of
talk
course.
to
Yeah.
as them. But yeah, um, I'd be happy to have a sister as well.
S-
So yeah.
So let's transition there then to your parents.
Mm.
You mentioned that they were very much involved in your life because of that. You know,
Mhm.
they're your prized possession. You're the only
Of
child
course.
there. Of course.
Mhm.
Of course. And so my question, what? I can't. I'm not allowed to laugh. I'm not allowed to. What
No,
is
no, no.
this?
You can laugh. What do you mean?
I
Fuck yeah.
like it. The of course makes it sound so confident. That's the reason why I laugh.
Yeah, you gotta be. Gotta be confident.
Tell me how it was growing up in your household. And what was the dynamic like? You being the only child, and them. It sounds like they were very strict or very on it in terms of watching over you.
Yeah, they were. So I guess let's go back a step. So my parents
Sure.
are both from Bosnia.
Oh.
Um, so if you don't know where Bosnia is, it's like a little country in like Europe next to Croatia.
Okay.
Um, and they lived in the capital, called Sarajevo, which is it hosted like the Winter Olympics one. So it's not like completely like unknown, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically they lived there their entire lives. My mum has been an actress her entire life. She was like one of the lead actresses in Bosnia at the time. She's doing all the like plays and like movies and
Wow.
shit over there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And my dad worked at the National Gallery of Bosnia, I think it was called, and he was the lead photographer there, like the senior photographer. So he would like take photos of all the artworks and all of the displays and all that shit, and it would just be like put in books and stuff and advertisements and just for like record keeping and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're both like very artsy people, and me growing up, I was never very artsy. Or that's a lie. I did draw a lot and read a lot and whatnot when I was a kid, but then I discovered sports and I sort of drifted away from that. And I don't know, maybe they were a bit disappointed in that, but
Hmm.
yeah, I just sort of discovered myself in that way, and I preferred it. I didn't like acting and stuff. Like my mum tried to like audition me for acting roles when I was a kid,
No way. Yeah.
and yeah, the second one I ever did, um they interviewed me before I did like the taping, like the audition tape,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, like so, why do you want to be an actor? Why do you want to be in this place?"
Mhm.
And I just started bawling my eyes out and said, "I don't want to be an actor. My mom made me do this and all this shit."
Little do
So,
they know that that was the best performance of your life. All right.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right,
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah. So, yeah, that happened.
Mhm.
But then I guess growing up, went to a pretty nice school, and my parents were quite strict in terms of what I did, very tight, early bedtime, all that stuff.
Why do you
And
think they were so strict?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted me to grow up and be a good kid. I don't know, because there's always those like those kids that don't get enough like.
Structure,
Yeah, I was gonna yeah, sure,
discipline,
structure.
discipline.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I got
discipline, but I don't know,
I
like,
got you on that. I got you on
yeah.
that.
I didn't
They
wanna
don't,
say anything, bad, I don't know,
mhm,
whatever. But yeah, structure, sure. And, yeah, I guess they dictated all the things I did and,
mm,
they made me sit down and do my homework after school and shit like that.
mhm,
Um, so yeah, it's pretty, like, strict, like, household, especially my dad. My mom's not so bad, but
mm.
my dad's a lot more on the tight end when it comes to, like, doing certain things and not doing certain things. So yeah.
Can you give an example?
Oh, like, as a kid or now? Like, it's still now, it's still
Let's
bad now.
let's start as a kid. We'll creep up to what your relationship is now, but let's start
Now,
as a
okay,
kid.
okay. Um, there would be times where, I'd wanna go hang out, like, because I have a lot of kids that lived in my street, and we'd go, like, play on the street and stuff,
Yeah.
and I could hear them all playing outside at times, and I'd be like, "Yo, dad, can I go, like, join them?" And he'd be like, "No, you gotta finish all your homework before you can do that." And, like, I'd finish it, and then he'd, like, make me do other stuff, and, by that time, I'd just, like, miss the entirety of that, like, play session or whatever you wanna call it with those
Yeah.
kids. And sometimes that was a bit frustrating and annoying. But yeah. And then in terms of my tennising, because I used to play a lot of tennis.
Yeah.
He's the generic. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a generic like European parent that sort of like pushes the kid to like perform, I guess.
Mhm.
And he was that dad. He would sort of push me to do stuff and like make me go and, like, train with him, like, when I didn't need to, like, when I wouldn't I just, like, go hit with him and shit like that, and he'd make me do that,
Yeah.
which is fine, like, at the time, I was okay with it. It definitely made me a better player and whatnot,
Sure.
but, yeah, sometimes I just didn't want to, but he'd still make me go,
Mhm.
stuff like that, yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty strict in
Mhm.
terms of schooling and, like, my sporting stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. So, what was your relationship? I know we've talked quite a bit with your dad. It sounds like, a bit of that father son, competitive, driven, really want to push you into to this high echelon kind of person, which I mean, I feel like every parent to some degree that's involved, an involved parent will do that. Tell me your
Yeah.
relationship with your mom.
Oh, now or when I was a kid?
When you were a kid.
Now
There's something
when I was a
about
kid?
starting a question with, oh.
No, no, um, I don't know. If you ask someone, "Do you have a favorite parent?" You some people don't answer that, but I'll be honest, like, I prefer my mum.
You're a mama's boy.
Hopefully, my dad's not eavesdropping on this right now, but yeah.
We actually have him on
Um,
call.
hey?
I have him here on the call. Let's join him in.
Shut
It's
up.
fine.
Oh, no. Imagine. God,
Too
that would be
much, too
terrible.
much.
Yeah. Oof. But yeah, my mum is someone that I definitely appreciated more. She sort of just, like, gave me the space that I wanted.
Wow. Yeah.
And she just sort of follow my dad's lead, like, it would never be, like, my mum's idea to do shit. So, she would sort of just, yeah, provide me with, like, the love, care, and space that I needed,
Mm.
whereas my dad was sort of the one that pushed, like, stuff to happen. So, yeah, it was like a weird relationship, like, having, like, 3 of us like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It sounds like you mentioned earlier on in the story that they really made decisions for you. You're going to
Yeah.
do this, you're going to do that, you're going to play tennis to this level. You're
Mm.
going to do all these chores. You can go out with your friends. Uh, and again, I feel like there's a lot of pros and cons for siblings either way.
Mm.
A con for me, I have an older brother. A con for me is I got to share a lot of shit. I don't want to share
Yeah.
things. A pro is that he kind of paved the way in terms of like identity for me, in terms of like
Yeah.
I could see him do something. I was like, okay, I could take that, or I could do my own thing. With your
Mm.
parents making a lot of decisions for you, Kank, where do you find? I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, where were you able to find your identity growing up?
Or well, through my friends, I guess. I was always that kid that was kind of a geek, but then also the athlete at the same time. I was kinda like that, like, I had both of those.
Yeah.
So, I had friends that were like in that nerd group or whatever you want to call it, but then I
Mhm,
was also friends with like the popular kids and like the sporty kids. So
mhm,
like growing up, I was kind of like friends with everyone, I guess.
mm,
And I never really had a set group of people I would hang out with, which I kind of liked.
mhm,
And yeah, I guess that was a key thing for me because I would just sort of like learn things from like certain people, certain friends, and like a lot of things. I feel like, especially in high school, is like your developmental stage for like how you're going to
yeah,
be in the future.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, high school was pretty interesting. Like, I went to a public school, and I'm kind of happy I did because you learn a lot about like real life situations. Like, you see a lot of shit you wouldn't when you're like sheltered in a private school, which I kind of like really appreciated. Like, I don't know,
mhm,
drug use, I don't know, or bullying. Like, there's bullying in every school, but like a lot of shit. You see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't in like a private school, which I kind of liked. So yeah,
Let me ask you one more question about your parents.
yeah, go
What
for it.
is one lesson they've instilled on you, uh, from each, your mom and your dad? What is one lesson they've instilled in you that you still hold to this very day?
From my mum's side, it's definitely like passion and love, I guess. My mum shows a lot of affection, and I'm quite an affectionate person when I find the right person to be affectionate with. So that's definitely the thing that my mum's like instilled within me, like just having love for people and like showing it in like an affectionate, like passionate way, I guess,
Yeah.
which is pretty nice. I feel like. And then from my dad's side would probably be discipline.
Mm,
Yeah, like just general discipline in terms of organization. Um, you know, sport, especially in sport. But yeah, definitely discipline as like a skill, and just making the right decisions for myself because I'm the only one that can make those decisions. I don't have like a little brother that would like follow me or whatever,
yeah.
or I like or a big brother that I'd follow. So it would just
Mhm,
be like him and I basically the entire time. So yeah,
mhm.
that's where it comes from for me, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hmm.
I know I said one more question, but I did want to make sure you had the platform to talk about what is your relationship with your parents now that you're what? How old are you, Kank?
22.
Now that you're 22, and I know we talked a lot about childhood. What is your relationship now with your parents as a full-grown adult?
Um, it's interesting. I have been meaning to move out a lot recently just because I want to be more independent and I can't be asked like having to deal with like my parents like babying me still. Like they still do. And it's irritating and boring and you don't want to deal with that shit anymore. But I'd say that my dad still kind of treats me like a kid a lot of the time and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I don't really have a very good relationship with my dad a lot of the time. And then on my mum's side, she still shows the same amount of love and affection, which is really nice. But she's going through her own shit as well, so I kind of like sometimes I have to be there for her, and sometimes like she just sort of does her own thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting at the moment.
Mm.
Um, but I do want to move out. That's definitely what I want to do.
You have a
Yeah.
timeline on that?
Sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But I need to
Mhm.
find a proper like full-time job because tennis coaching doesn't have enough for me to like, I don't know, buy my own food, rent, petrol for the car, all that shit.
Mm.
So, yeah, until I find a good job that can pay well for everything, then then I'm gonna move out. Even then, I need to find a homie or two that would want to move out with me, and that could be pretty hard too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
No rush, no rush. I still need to find a car, as well. So yeah, that's another thing I've been looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's let's mosey on over to the next section here, which is
Mhm.
your friends and your education. All right, your
Okay.
school. the least
Sure.
sexiest of the topics to talk about, which is school.
Nothing wrong with that.
You mentioned, all right, you kind of gave us a preview of it by saying, yeah, I'm this guy that was a geek, as well as you were friends with a lot of the popular kids. So
Mm.
you had that hybrid there. So I'm not even going to ask you the typical question, where did you fit in? Because that's what you've already kind of established.
Yeah.
What was the geek aspect of you first? Let's break it down. What was the geek aspect of you in high school?
Oh. I was kind of that kid, and like I don't want to sound like arrogant or like whatever, but
By no
I was
means.
kind of that kid that wouldn't try but would still do decently well, if you know what I mean. Like I just do enough to sort of go by in school, which is something I kind of regret. I could have like I don't know if I regret it. I could have like gotten like a decent score in school.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there was that obviously. Like I was really good at maths and shit. I was terrible at English, but I was really good at maths and like all the science subjects.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played the piano and the trumpet for the longest of time as well. So that's kind of like
Wow.
another thing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, obviously there's gaming and shit. Like I've always been a gamer. Like
Mhm.
in class, in school, I would play like fucking CS 1.6 and shit like that, and just like play video games whilst in class. You know, like it was interesting. Like I'd be playing games during like class, and then I'd be like on the sports field playing like footy, soccer, or whatever.
Mm.
At lunchtime. So I was like the best of both worlds. Like I said, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
What was your friend group like in high school? How'd you find your friends?
Okay. Well, I guess my friend group kind of like changed. Are we talking about like primary school or high school?
High school.
All right, high school, I found some homies in my first year that I would always stick around with. They were like they were more nerdy. I'd say they were like the geeks.
Mhm.
There was 6 of us, 7 of us that would hang out. We had this bench that we would sit on at every recess and lunch, and it was our bench, and it was known as our bench. And we would always sit on that bench and just like chat shit and like just
Yeah.
vibe out. Um, yeah, we claimed that bench and it was always ours.
Has anyone
But
ever
yeah,
tried to challenge you on that?
nah. I mean, eventually, we sort of like we didn't split up. I was still friends with everyone, but they like found their own like proper friend groups, and so did I. So like we didn't hang out at that spot anymore. But no one
Mm.
did. Like it wasn't like like yoinked by someone else.
Mm.
So yeah, there was that, and then in the later years, I found another like group of homies that it's crazy. Like you're at the school with these kids and like you never talk to them for the longest of time from year 7 to 10, 3-4 years, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're in a class with this guy you've never been in a class with, and you hit it off and you become like really close friends. So
Yeah.
there was that. I had two really really close friends that I would hang out with every day. I'd catch the tram home with one of them every day, and we'd chat shit. We'd get a piece of pizza on the way home, a Subway,
Mm.
cookie, and he'd come over to mine. I go to his. Like he lived close by,
Mhm.
so that was really cool. Um, but yes, it's always changed. I've never really had like that one set group of homies that I've always been like good friends with.
Mhm.
It's always like I've just been friends with everyone, and I've always vibed with everyone. So yeah,
What
it's
is
kind of like
the,
that.
especially having such a diverse group of people in your life, what are the factors in which you decide to kind of fuck with that person? Be like, oh, okay, I want to have that person be a part of my life and vice versa.
Good question. I would say that I have a pretty good like judgment of character. Like you can tell when someone's genuine and not. So, you feel out what's going on with the homies, or not, they're not homies at the time, but they
Mm.
become. Um so there's that. Obviously common interests is like a very big thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like music is one thing that's very big to me, like having similar music taste. Like all
Mhm.
the guys that I'm still friends with from high school and in university years, we have very similar music taste, and we always have conversations about music and shit.
Mm.
And we all like sports. There's some people like other sports that I don't like, but as long as we have like a similar interest in like a
Yeah.
broad topic like in sport. Like you could talk about that shit for ages. Yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, just genuine like having a genuine homie, and then on top of that, like proper conversations about similar interests. Those are the two things that I always look for in a person, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned already, the sports that you've played. You've mentioned a lot of the stuff in terms of education. You're more of a math science guy than you
Yeah.
are English. Can you tell us a story? When someone asks you about your high school experience, what is a story that you refer back to often?
Fuck. Um, I'd like to say, geez, I don't know. That's a really good question. Oof. I don't know. Fuck. I okay. Let's go with this, I guess. All right. In the last like 2-3 years of high school, we used to play Foursquare.
Good game.
So
Great game.
yeah, Foursquare's it was a staple in my school for the last couple years of our schooling there. It was so much fun.
Mhm.
Recess and lunch, we'd miss the first 5 minutes of class every single day because of it. Like we'd just be playing. Um yeah, so we'd be playing Foursquare every recess and lunch for like the last couple years of high school. And I guess like because everyone played it. This is something that sort of like brought all of like the small like groups of friends together, which was really cool.
Hmm.
And it like formed like, especially in the last year of high school, year 12, everyone was sort of friends with everyone, which I've spoken about before on stream. And it was something that I actually really appreciated. Like it was really cool having no like, the cool group, the nerd group, the music group, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone was sort of friends with everyone.
Yeah.
And I thought that was one of the coolest things to ever happen in like my 12 or 13 years of schooling.
Mhm.
So yeah, but getting onto that, everyone would play with everyone and we'd all play Foursquare. But I was kind of known as like the guy to beat. I don't know.
What do
It's
you
a
mean by
weird
that?
flex.
What do you mean
It's
the
a
guy to
flex.
beat?
Like I would always be at the top. I would be always be on
The
like
king.
it would be king, queen,
Yeah.
jack, dunce. It'd be four squares. And I was like always king or queen. So I don't know. That was like kind of a flex for me. And at the end of every like semester or term, we'd have like a bit of a tournament. And like I'd always be in like the finals of the tournament. Like we'd like play like a round robin thing. I don't know. It was something to flex like with the homies. I don't know.
I like that though. You don't do
Yeah.
the whole. Have you heard of the bullying style of Foursquare? People do like cherry bombs and all that shit. You're doing pure slap ball, correct?
We used our feet and our heads as well, and our bodies.
Oh, I've
It
never
was pretty
heard
full
feet,
on.
head, bodies. I've had
Yeah,
hands.
it was. We had a weird version of it, but I think every school has a different version.
Yeah.
So,
What
yeah,
kind of
it was
floor
fucking
was it?
fun.
Was it not grass? Was it gravel? Was it concrete?
Straight
Was
concrete.
it?
Straight concrete. Yeah.
Wow, this is street
You
ball.
should see. They resurfaced the concrete,
Yeah,
and after 2 years,
yeah.
there's no paint on the concrete in each of the four squares after us playing on it for like 2 years. We fucked that court up to oblivion. We played on that shit so much.
You single-handedly
It
ruined the
yeah,
school. You
it was
single-handedly.
sick.
That's dope, though. I love
Yeah.
that. I am a huge fan of Foursquare. I actually do the same
Hmm.
thing with the youth that I mentor in
Okay.
IRL. We do dodgeball and Foursquare. I'm a big believer in both games. I love both games. And yeah, I am the guy with glasses that plays dodgeball and has them knocked out when I get hit in the face.
I love that.
100%. It's happened time and time again. It's targeting, it's bullying, but I love it. I fucking love it. All right.
No.
Well, that's good
Oh,
stuff.
no.
Did
Yeah.
you was formal, was prom, was ball a big part of your high school experience, or was that just something one and done? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I took a girl to prom, or
Okay.
what do we call it here?
Formal? I don't know. You guys call it like
Formal. Sorry, yeah, formal. I took a girl to formal who I was good friends with. She was actually from America. And she came down here in year 8. And I found her like she was very attractive and pretty and whatnot.
Mhm.
And yeah, we went to formal together. It wasn't awkward. It was fine. It was cool. We just went in as friends. Nothing happened or whatever you want to hear happened. But yeah, we took some cute photos, all that shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special. The special part for me was the after party. That shit
made
went off. That was crazy. Like, imagine going to a nightclub, but knowing every single person there. Like, it was
that's so
it
fun.
was so sick, dude.
Yeah.
It was so sick. Yeah, like just being able to like talk to anyone and like vibing with everyone on like the dance floor. Like, it wasn't. I don't think it was like sanctioned. Like, there was alcohol and shit there. Like, I don't.
That's
think
what I was
the
going to
teachers
ask
used
you.
it.
Where was this after party? Is this at a club? Is this at someone's house?
It was in a. It was like in a underground basement type place, just in the outskirts of the city. It was sketchy, but
This
everyone
sounds
was
like
there.
a
Everyone was
GTA
vibing.
5 side mission, dude.
It
This
was
doesn't
sick, dude. It
sound
legit
safe.
was like that.
Yeah.
It was like that.
There's
And
a code word, razzle dazzle. That's what will get you
dude.
in.
I don't even know how it started or how like who organized it, but it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of my homies, actually the homie that does the merch for me, he organizes it all for me. I don't really do much for it.
Mm.
He got so drunk that we had to call an ambulance. He was absolutely destroyed.
You get his
So,
stomach pumped? What the hell?
Yeah, he did. He got his stomach pumped. Yeah, he had so much.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so that happened. Yeah, kind of fucked. But yeah, everyone like there was still like a few weeks of school after that, and everyone was just making jokes about the ambo coming in for him. It was that was a running joke.
He's not gonna live that down for a while, even to this day. Probably you guys bring it up, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, you have to. You have
Great
to.
times.
Yeah. So moving forward with your high school career, prom is usually kind of the end all of that. You go, you have your graduation, you get your diploma. Everyone's so proud and happy of Kank getting his diploma at that time, the degree at the time. Was the next step naturally a 4-year university, a community college? Did you take a break? What was the next step after high school?
So I got the score that I wanted, which was good. I only put in the work that I needed to get that score, which was fine by me. I didn't really want to do any more. Like, putting in that extra effort is just very stressful, and I didn't really want that. So I did put in the work that I needed, and I got my score that I wanted, and I applied for science at Melbourne University first. And I was like, geez, do I want to do this? I got accepted into it. And I was looking at it, and I was like, what do I want to do? Thank you. And I was like, I don't know, like, what do I want to do? What what am I going to actually do in science? So I wasn't sure at the time. And I bailed out of that, and I reapplied, and I applied for the degree that I did, which was exercise science and business double degree.
Wow.
And the reason let's just say the main reason I decided to stick around to do this degree was because I had 3 friends that also did it, and I felt like I would just, it would be more enjoyable if I had someone there doing it with me. So yeah, I did that, and I didn't take a gap year. I didn't do anything. I just went straight into the uni degree, and I've just finished it basically now. It's been 4 years. And I still don't know what I want to do with my life. So,
I think it's a common practice, especially with hands-on parents, that they influence where their kid is going to study in terms of the subject. Were your parents very influential in you starting off in science when you made that first choice prior to jumping
No, they
ship?
weren't.
Oh,
That was definitely something that they didn't force upon me, because I kept telling them that I don't really know what I want to do.
yeah.
And that was actually something that they respected. They were just like, like, you figure out what you want to do and then you apply for it. So that was actually really nice. Like, my parents didn't force that upon me, which was really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How did you fall upon the sciences then? How did you fall upon first science and then exercise science with a double degree in business as well?
I guess I looked around obviously for a while, and I didn't really know that I wanted to do anything. Like, there wasn't anything that stood out to me that
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, do this." You know what I mean? So I looked around and I was looking on all of the university websites and all the degrees they had, and science looked cool. And at the time, I think I wanted to do um psychology
Hmm.
or biology. It was something like that, something weird that I don't think I would have enjoyed. So I wasn't sure about that. And then I looked like I had to pick a major and shit like that, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do if I ever got to that. And there was all these weird, wacky subjects that I'd have to do that I wasn't sure I'd enjoy.
Yeah.
So I decided to like stray away from that, I guess, and I stuck to the exercise science because something that I've always enjoyed and been good at is sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this is something that I could probably relate to better. So I stuck around and did that. And yeah, the business side was kind of like I got persuaded into doing that by another homie who was doing it. And he was like, there's going to be better opportunity for jobs if you do the double degree rather than just the single because it's quite a broad study. So yeah,
How
he managed to do that. Yeah.
What advice? Because I know a lot of people watching tonight are either, in high school or in college themselves, or maybe even a recent professional. What advice would you give to someone that is making that decision of what to commit themselves in college towards?
Jeez. I would say don't rush. If you don't know what you want to do and if you're not certain of what you want to do, don't go straight into doing a degree just for the sake of doing a degree. I feel like you need to discover yourself first and like understand yourself better before you like, oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a fucking psychologist, like don't don't go straight into something and rush it and then end up regretting it or stopping halfway through the degree because I feel like a lot of people do that. There are so many people that I know who went straight into a degree, left the degree, then they were like, "Oh, I want to do this." Then they started another degree, didn't like that either, then completely stopped going to uni and just like, I don't know, started working at a cafe instead,
Hmm.
like definitely discover yourself more before you do anything that you're not 100% sure of because if you're gonna do something and you regret it, you feel so bad because yeah, you waste so much money, you waste a lot of your time, your precious, life. Like there's so much to do that you could miss out on when just going straight into a university degree, which sucks.
Can you give an
So
example, Kank, of what discovering oneself looks like, though?
I haven't really done it myself yet. So
I like that, though. Well, you know what?
yeah,
There's a lot of respect. I got a lot of respect for you on that, Kank. And I think it's similar to your parents, where it's like someone saying, I don't know, is very powerful. Because a lot of, we'll bullshit, we'll tap dance, especially if you're studying business, man. From one business student to another, what is it? It's a BA and BS. A
mm,
bachelor of administration for a bullshit degree. It's just a lot of
yeah,
us talking like we know what we're saying, but really
yeah.
it's hope. But I
It's
like
just a
that.
piece of paper. You learn the basics, but then once you get the job, you're still like thrown in the deep end. Like the fundamentals, I guess, but you're going to learn everything about the job whilst doing the job. They're gonna train you. Like it's not gonna be jumping straight into something unless it's some shit like accounting. Like then it's
Oh
different.
my
But
gosh,
for a
I'm gonna
degree
miss
like
that.
business, I feel like you could find anything and they can teach you what you need to do
Mhm.
for that job.
And you said you recent grad. How far along are you on your degree?
So I'm basically finished.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 4 years, but I fucked up and my homies fucked up as well.
Mm.
And we did the wrong subjects. We did two wrong subjects. So we had to fill them in. And now I'm doing a placement this year. And it's kind of sucks because the placement's really big. It's 140 hours and it goes from basically January up until October.
Holy
So
cow! Yeah.
yeah. So there's a lot of time to like figure out what I want to do with that and like, I don't know where I'm going to do it yet and how it's going to work, but yeah, that's kind of shit because I was, looking forward to being finished for 2021 and I was going to travel, but that also isn't gonna happen with like COVID and stuff like that. So
Where would you
yeah,
have traveled, if I may ask?
I wanted to go to Europe.
Mm,
I've spoken about it a lot on stream recently, but we got a little house in Croatia.
right.
Yeah, this little house in this little town. It's really secluded and there's not many tourists. So it's kind of nice to just go to. Like we used to go to it every second year
Yeah.
and just kind of vibe out.
Mhm.
It's one of my it is my favorite place on earth that I've been to. It's my favorite place to chill and relax at. So yeah,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful from what I've heard. What do
it's
you
really
like
nice.
most?
Yeah.
What do you like most about it? What's the go-to there?
Hmm. There's the front beach that like all of the touristy idiots go to, and then there's this like back beach, which is like really like secluded, and the sun's always beautiful over there. There's this so all of the beaches are rocks over there,
Yeah.
so which is very different to like I don't know beaches in Australia. Like they're all sand here,
Mm.
so all the beaches are rocks, and you go into the water, you heat up, and you go into the water, you get cold, the water's still cold, and you come out after 25 minutes.
Mm.
And this is I'm genuinely serious. This is the greatest thing about it. All the rocks are really hot from the sun, right? But you're free, like cold from the water.
Yeah.
So what you do is you just lay down on these rocks, get comfy, and these rocks warm up your whole body. And it's just the most like satisfying thing, like feeling like the warmth coming from the rocks on
Mm.
you. Oh, that and then also, like the nightlife there's actually pretty good. Like all the restaurants are open at like, late nights,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of like beautiful Mediterranean, like European food, which is delicious. Um, and then one more thing, this is really random,
Yeah.
but the Coca-Cola there is better.
That's very weird. What do you mean it's better?
I don't know. I talked about this yesterday, I think, on stream, but the Coca-Cola in Croatia, at least, is always in a glass bottle. It's never in a metal can.
Okay.
And I don't know what the fuck it is, but it tastes so much better
Are you
than
talking about Mexican Coca-Cola?
it's just regular Coca-Cola. I have no
No,
idea.
glass bottle means there's sugar cane.
What's the difference?
Well, one is granulated sugar, which is processed and very like it's weird. It's like sweetener versus
Yeah.
sugar cane, which is pure sugar.
And that's in glass bottles.
Yeah. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you.
You're not fucking with me?
Look up Mexican Coca-Cola and on Google. I promise you, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it.
Oh my gosh,
Well-
Miss Shrub over here is trying to give me a fucking lesson. Actually, in Melbourne, we have the regular sugar. Oh my gosh, I broke character for a moment. Kank, let me bring us back here. All right, let us bring us
Yeah.
back here towards your education life. And I
Yeah,
love
go for it.
I love the authenticity of saying, I'm nearing my degree, I'm nearing finishing my studies, and still, quite frankly, not knowing what to do. And I think that is a big part of life,
100%.
learning and absorbing. And you still have what 10 months to go to still be to
Essentially, I mean, it could end earlier, but yeah, 10
Sure.
months.
But I appreciate that out of you. In your highest echelon, where would you like to end up? Where would you like to be in terms of work?
In terms of work, I don't know like what job, obviously, but my ideal scenario would be for me to live the summers here in Victoria, Melbourne, or somewhere in Australia, and then have enough, income that I can go to Croatia and live in this little house in Croatia and just relax for that summer as well. Because obviously, when it's summer here, it's winter over there. So
Mhm.
I would always want to be in like summer, which I think would be amazing. But that's that's a long shot. I feel like you need a good paying job for that to happen. Something that you could probably do online or some shit. So yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we could still dream. We could still dream, gang. All
we can
right.
still dream. Yeah, 100%.
Do you? By the way, before we move on to the next segment here, do you need to use the restroom? Get any water at all? I don't.
Yeah, I'll
wanna-
go to the toilet real quick.
Go ahead. I gotta
do
go
need to
pee
go to the
too.
toilet.
So go ahead. You
Okay,
first.
okay.
Ladies,
thank you.
ladies first. Go ahead. Catch the ladies first, right? Jeez Louise. How you doing, Miss Rub? All right. Can you take me? Can you take me too? Can you take me traveling with you? All right. Clearly, you're more well versed than I. All right. How are you, moms? Hello, moms. Hey, Blue Crabs. Hey, Liam. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. This is I have been unloading a lot more on Kank than usual. I've been saving a lot of these questions when I'm on VCs with him. I just want to learn more about his life. I think he's an interesting guy. He's very kind, man. Both on and off stream. He's a very kind person. Tell Kank I say I'll try. Last one for the year. Go nuts. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oni, what's up, Oni? Miss Shrub. Guys, thanks so much for being here, especially for our guest, all right, for Kank. He's such a good soul. He's a good person. Fantastic streamer. I hope he's streaming today, but I don't think he will be. I love this Life is Strange prequel, sequels, whatever he's doing. And just kind of cozying up. I would wish I was there last night. I'm so mad that I had to go peace out and go to bed early. Give Kank a kiss for me, please. Oni. I'm going to be selfish on that one, all right? I'll give him a kiss, but I don't know what's going to be for you, all right? How you doing, squad? Chris is here. Chris, I'm glad you're cozy. Liam over here. Okay, we got a lot of splooge in the chat. A lot of splooge. Life is Strange and Amazing. It's a great game. It's very fast. And the way he does it, it's so, I don't know if it's his voice, his pacing. I never feel like he's dragging too long. I never feel like he's, taking to, like, give kisses to me. My goodness, Bob. Go ahead. I got to use the restroom now, all right? You're tagging me out. You're tagging me out.
Yep, go for it. Hi, everyone. What's going on? How are we all beautiful people? That was a good pee-pee. Hi, Oni. How are you? Hi, Thumb. What's doing? We're doing rallies. Hair and beard look sexy. You like it? Thank you. What do we reckon, chat? Kank, can we please go to Croatia? That's the top 3 for me. I want to bring all the homies to Croatia. I want to bring all of the homies to Croatia. Like, you have no idea. My best friend in high school is Croatian. Pog, you did. Yeah. There's only space for 6 people. But yeah. If you guys want to come down to Croatia, hit me up. I'll bring you along. It's fucking sick, dude. Still in the process of getting it and shit. I miss you, Chris. Dude, I miss a hug from you, homie. Sex people. Sure, dude. Bring me, I'm almost 18. Bring me. I'll bring you all. I'll sleep at grandma's. I'll sleep outside. Honestly, you could. Actually, there's a lot of bugs there, surprisingly. Surprisingly, there's a lot of bugs. I'll sleep on the floor. I want to tell you, it's small. Like, this place is small, chat. But, it's home. It's homesome. Is that a word? Homesome? Homesome? I don't know. Remind mums what I asked him to do. What'd you ask him to do? Why was everyone gatching with fucking spilt glue earlier? What did I miss? No. I sleep on you. No. Kissy. You want a kissy? Don't worry about that. He unloaded on you. Talking about unloading all over you. Happy Festivus, everyone. Happy Festivus to you. Was it when you got up? I don't know. Why spilt glue? I didn't jizz. The fuck? Just tell him to say what Blaze said. Oh, okay. All right. I will do. How is everyone though? We saw the boner. Oh, I didn't have a boner though. Why would I have a boner? Kind of weird. Good yourself. I'm good, man. I'm really chilling. Hi, Jonesy. How are you, homie? Good to see you. God. I love you all. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect everyone to be here, but there's basically everyone. And I really appreciate all of you for coming in and chilling. I had a wet bottom. Oh, I probably did. Here he is. I hear him. Soft packing. Shut up. No, I'm not. I'm not going to... Good, we'll message you after this. No worries, dude. Message me. Here he is. The man.
How you doing?
I'm straight chilling.
Kank, you're too kind, man. This is nice. I'm cozy. I'm comfortable. All right.
I am very cozy right now.
I think I'm too comfortable. All right. I think I'm falling for you. It's crazy. No. Anywho. Easy.
Wow.
It's the hair. As soon as that's gone, I'm out of here, brother. I'm out of here.
Once it starts, once it starts going back, it's probably gonna get shaved off, and I'm gonna look like Walter White.
I fuck with that look though. I fuck with that look. All right.
Beard and bald head. What do you reckon?
Not the worst, honestly. It's not like there needs to be. I don't know. I wish I could. I'm just gonna be. Like I'll have the bald head inevitably. I'm just not gonna have the beard. Like it's just genetically, I'm against the 8 ball.
Unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. When I try to grow facial hair, I just look. I become a registered sex offender. It's terrible. It just looks so bad. It looks so
Okay.
bad. I'll give you that. I'll give
Sure.
you that.
Relatable. All right.
Oh my
Let's get on with
god, Chris, I love you. I'm sorry, and thank you so much for the sub, Johnsy.
Jonesy.
Jonesy. I'm sorry, Jonesy. Real and
No, you're
true.
good.
Thank you. I appreciate you correcting me, Kank. All right.
I got you.
Yeah. Or you're just gonna be co-hosting at this point. Let's walk into your work history. All right.
Sure.
How many jobs? Let's go before we go into them. How many jobs in total have you had?
Just coaching properly.
Really?
Like if I'm talking a proper job
Mhm.
that's like regular hours, just tennis coaching. I've done it for on and off for like 5 years now, 4
Mhm.
years.
Well,
Yeah.
let's get into it a little bit. All right. So
Yeah.
you've been tennis coaching for 4 or 5 years. How did you first get into it?
Well, I mean, like if you want to go from the beginning, I started playing tennis when I was 8. And
Prodigy.
yeah, not really. And yeah, I was coached at this like local club,
Mm-hmm.
and then he thought I had like some potential or whatever, and I realized there was like a bigger spectrum to this. Like I thought he was like the best coach in the world, that he would make me a great tennis player. And then, you discover that he's actually not that great. So I found a better coach and I went to him, and we went from there, and you know, I he didn't even know, but there was these tennis tournaments that like Australia runs, and they were like ranking tournaments, and they give you like a rank if you did all right.
Okay.
And I played my first one of those when I was 11, and I got my first rank, and I was like 3,000 in Australia, and I was like, "Yo, look at me, I'm the best." You know what I'm saying? It's like 3,000 in Australia. Like I was like, "Wow, look at me go!"
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like an addiction to me. Playing tournaments and like getting better and like getting that rank up was just so like rewarding, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I like delved into that really like heavily. Like I was invested. Same with my dad like pushing me. It was fine, but yeah, I was invested in it as well. So it wasn't like him doing everything. I was very invested in all that tennis stuff. And yeah, like maybe when I was 14, it started getting a little more serious, and I discovered this really good coach who's the guy that employs me now. And from there it kind of like blossomed, I guess. I
Mm-hmm.
got very decent at the sport. He's a mentor and a friend at the same time. He's someone that's like really important in my life. And he sort of like guided me, and I a lot of the mannerisms and stuff that I do now and say are from him. And he made me the player I was, and I got to, I think about at 17 or 18, I got to like top 15 in Australia for my age, which was like peak
Wow.
for me, which wasn't bad. Yeah. And I was traveling around Australia playing tournaments and traveling. I went overseas a few times as well to play. And it was pretty full on. I train upwards of 15 to 20 hours a week,
Mm-hmm.
straight after school, even before school, like 6 in the morning. Like it was full on, man. I'd yeah, I'd be training a lot. A
Mm-hmm.
lot, a lot, a lot. Um so yeah, but then from there, about 8 no, yeah, 18, I started coaching, and it was sort of it wasn't like something serious. It was sort of me just coaching like on the side. I was still in school. So I was coaching, and I was doing like year 12, and then I stopped for a bit, and then I started doing it again second year, and I did it for a while there until I had the operation on my shoulder, which was 2 and a bit years ago now. And it's something I've spoken about a lot of times on stream, but I'll say it here. So
I have a condition or whatever you want to call it, where both my shoulders are super flexible, and it was just genetic. It was something I got from my parents or my grandparents, someone in my family, and playing tennis. I must have just picked the wrong sport, but playing tennis made them even more loose and weak. So yeah, it came to the point where I couldn't do like daily activities. I couldn't do regular things. I couldn't put my hands out to type. I couldn't write. I couldn't I don't know, I couldn't do, just regular things that a normal human being should do. I couldn't sleep properly. It was uncomfortable for me to sleep. I couldn't sleep on my chest. I had to sleep on my chest only. I couldn't sleep on my side or my back or anything. It was terrible. It was awful. And then we went to a specialist, like a shoulder specialist, and he like scanned them and he told me like I've gotten like a lot of wear and tear in them, and he recommended two different operations. One was like a keyhole operation
Mm.
where um it's something that I'd have to redo in the future if I were to play a lot of sport and be like a tennis player. Um, and the other operation was a lot more like intense, rare, serious, and longer recovery time and whatnot. And that's the one I picked. So I got two scars. I have a really big scar, like basically from here all the way down to like here-ish, like there, and then I have a scar on my left hip where they took a bit of bone from my hip and they put it in my right shoulder. And there's like bolts and like a metal plate and all that shit in there. And I was in a sling for 3 months almost. And then I did hard rehabilitation on my shoulder for almost up to a year. And then from there, I started playing again. And then the coaching stuff continued from there. And I just kept coaching, and I've been coaching since, except for the COVID period. So yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me what it was like having something that uh, you really love and be taken away from you at that moment, just like that?
It was shit because I still enjoyed the sport, and I wasn't at my peak or anything, but I was a very good tennis player still, and
Hmm.
I was enjoying my time on court. It was something I'd do to like get my mind off shit. Like I'd just be like, "Yo," to like one of the other top players that I'd play with. I'd be like, "You want to go over here? You want to play a match, like a practice match?" And we just get away and like sweat it out, like have a good time and just play. And yeah, it was something that you definitely take for granted. Like now, I don't have as much of a desire to do it because I'm so busy with like all this stuff and work and
Hmm.
whatnot. And yeah, but it's kind of sad because I was going from playing every day, training every day, to not playing the sport at all for almost a year and a half. And then coming back, I played 3 tournaments, and I've only played 3 tournaments since my operation.
Hmm.
I came back and I played a tournament in like country Victoria, and it was a pretty high level tournament, and I managed to make the semifinals, which was a big accomplishment for me. Like I didn't expect to make it past the second round,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
bit of prize money, whatnot. You get a little, check with like your name and like the money on it. It's pretty cool,
Be
and
nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And then that was really like rewarding. I was like, that's really sick. But then I sort of played 2 more tournaments, and I lost to some 14-year-old kid. I was like 20 at the time. I lost to some 14-year-old kid, and then the
What is
next
this,
tournament I didn't do
Fortnite?
very well either.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I really just lost to that like potato. Like that kid's terrible. How would I lose to him?
Yo.
And I was distraught. It was so demotivating that I hung up my racket and I hadn't played tournament since.
Since the
It's just
14-year-old.
Yeah, since I lost to the 14-year-old. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hate to see that.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
So yeah.
kind of going back there, do you have any wanting to go back? Do you have any wanting to play competitive, even knowing with your injury and your surgery and all that?
Um. Well, my shoulder's fine now. I'd probably just need to hit the gym for a little while and like strengthen the muscles around the joint, because that's what I did for the longest time. Like I got pretty like swole up in like the shoulder region and like the upper arms
for a while there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've considered it. I kind of wanted to and this is more like ideas for like stream more, to be honest. But the number one thing that I enjoyed the most about like the tennis and the tournaments and shit, it wasn't the matches, it wasn't like winning, it wasn't any of that. The best thing was going to every tournament and like knowing all the people there, and like it was like a social group, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, like, just like seeing like, because you only see them when you're at the tournaments, right?
Yeah.
And they're all friends of yours. It's really nice, like, seeing everyone, like, catching up with everyone. Like, when I caught up with Dom the other week for that IRL stream, that
Mm.
was the first time I saw him in 6 months, and it hits
Wow.
different, like, you just sort of have a really good conversation, and, like, you don't, like, know everything about the person, if you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, when you're really close with someone and you talk every day and you meet up, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel
true.
that?
That's true.
So,
100%.
those kind of, like, social, like, dealings with are, like, really nice. Like, dealing with the homies from, like, the tennis world is something that I miss. So, I was actually considering playing a tournament in country Victoria this January
Mm.
and, like, doing IRL streams, like, when I'm not playing on court. Or I get someone to, like, show the Twitch chat and the stream me playing in a match. That'd be pretty cool as well. So, I was thinking shit like that. I got a lot of ideas in my mind. So, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's really
Could
cool.
be cool. Could be cool. 100%.
Let's rein us in, and I'll ask you a couple questions about your current work. All right.
Yeah. Go for
First
it.
and foremost, what do you do exactly?
I am a tennis coach, and
Mhm.
I coach beginners of 4 years old up to, decent tennis players and even parents, mums.
Mhm.
Um, I coach everyone. Like, there's no one I don't coach.
Mhm.
So, yeah. There's obviously, like, people that I prefer to coach over others. Um, but I enjoy all of them, you know?
Give me what is the best and the worst part of your job?
Ooh. There's 2 bad things about it. Um,
Okay, yeah.
having
Let's go with that.
having a kid that doesn't listen to what you say is the worst thing. That just sucks. Like, when a kid doesn't wanna listen to anything I have to say, it just sort of demotivating. So
Mhm.
that's one thing. And then the
Mhm.
other thing is, rain delays and, like, cancellations, because you have to make them all up. So there's days where, like, I wouldn't be working or, like, doing anything, but then
Yeah.
I have to, like, fill that entire day with, like, coaching and shit. So, like, washouts and shit is the worst
Mhm.
because, they pay everything in advance and you have to, like, fill that. So, yeah,
You have to
that
figure out a time
sucks.
to make it work. Yeah.
Mm,
That's brutal.
mm. And
Uh
then I'd say the best thing is that it's really rewarding when you coach someone and you see major improvements in, I don't know, their shots, their ability to play the sport. When you tell someone to do something and they listen, and then it actually, like, improves their game and, like, the way they play the game
mm,
is 100% one of the most, like, rewarding things. It's so good to see. And, like, just at the end here, today was my last day of work, and it was, like a holiday clinic,
mm,
and, a lot of the kids there that came to the holiday clinic were regulars that I coach every week. And there's this little, Chinese boy, he's only 4, and he is the cutest kid. I can't stress it. He's got the cutest face. He always comes up to me, gives me a hug. It's adorable. And, yeah, he asked for a photo with me today, and he said, "Thank you so much. I love you." He said, "I love you." I was like, "Oh, dude." And they gave me a present with a card. And I was like, "Dude, that's so sweet. Like, are you kidding me? That is the sweetest thing." So that was really nice. I really, really, really like that.
You didn't
It
give him
was
your
so adorable.
Twitch account? You didn't share? You could cash me here?
No, no.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
God,
I would
no.
never. I would
I would
never. I
never.
would never. Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
could not.
that's
Yeah.
shameless. That's a shameless plug.
It is shameless.
But I like that's so
Yeah.
cute. He said he
Yeah.
loves you. He says
He
you
loved
taught
me.
him. He gave you a gift, all that jazz. That's so fucking awesome. I love that a
Yeah, it's
ton.
really cute.
I love that a
Oh,
ton.
it's adorable.
What's a lesson you've learned from the job of being a tennis coach for 4 years?
or patience. I'm still very impatient as a person in other aspects of my life.
Mm.
I 100% know that. But when it comes to a tennis court, fuck, you got to be patient with those kids, dude. It is so important to be patient.
Mhm.
Like, because with tennis, if they have a bad habit with, whatever swing or whatever, you have to keep, reiterating the importance of whatever. There's a kid that I've been coaching for 2 years now, or no, this year, and he does the same bad habit at the very beginning of every single lesson. He does the
Mm.
same shit. And I'm always saying, yo, like, come on, you know this. I've said it like this many times. We need to change this. We need to fix this.
Mm.
But every single week he comes back and he does the same thing. So, yeah, patience, I guess. Patience is very
Patience.
important. Yeah.
Kank, we're gonna move on to the last segment of this of the life story. All right,
Go for it.
the most salacious of them all, the hottest
Mhm.
topic, and it's about romantic relationships. Mr.
Mhm.
Kank. All right. Again, we've already kind of covered a little bit in the beginning, and I got your back. I got your back completely.
Yeah.
It's my number one prerogative. So I'm gonna ask you, Kank, in total, how many people have you dated?
Okay. Here's what I'll say. I've never had a very serious long-term relationship. I've had like short spouts, I guess. Not short, like there's some decently long ones. But I'd say if I'm counting like proper relationships, like 4 or 5, one of them probably doesn't even count. But yeah, nothing like super serious. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing much.
Let's start from the beginning then.
Go for it.
Your first relationship, how old were you? And how did that start?
That was in year 6. Year 6. I was really young. It was a girl who lived across the road from me, and we went to the same school. And I thought she was the coolest sick. Like she was so sick. She was a cool chick, really smart and whatever. And I'd go to her beach house every like summer and stuff,
At year
and we just like
6?
yeah. Well, like our parents are there and shit as well, but like it was cute. It was cute. Um, she was the first girl I kissed, and that was like in the school park. Yeah, it's funny.
The
So yeah.
school park. You were the guy. You were the guy next door that her parents were like, "Hey, watch out for that boy." All right. We don't know
No, I was a
about
good
that
boy.
lecancar kid. All right. We don't know about that guy. You see how short his shorts are for tennis practice?
Yeah.
We don't know how short. We don't know this kid.
Yep. Mhm.
So it was your first. She was your first kiss. It was at the school park. What
Mhm.
happened? What went downhill?
Nothing really. She moved to New Zealand.
It's over. It's as simple
That
as
was it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend has it that you were the reason for the move, but we don't want to talk about that. We won't talk
I'd
about
hope
it.
not. Fucking hell.
I'm fucking with
I'd
you.
hope not.
Do you ever
Oh.
think about that? I know that's so long ago, but do you ever think about that person in terms of like, I still know their name. I'm gonna look them up on like Facebook or something, or
I actually
Instagram.
spoke to her last year. Yeah.
What
I
happened?
actually had a conversation with her. I matched with her on Tinder, and we had a bit of a conversation for a few weeks. Yeah, it was interesting. She's definitely changed a lot. She's so fucking intellectual. She's too intellectual for me. She sits there and reads fucking books all day and like uses big words that are just too
I
big
read
for my small
books.
brain.
Oh, okay, that's
No, I
fair.
know, but
That's
she
fair.
like reads like fucking Shakespeare and shit, like all that crazy stuff.
No, what? He just does that for
Yeah, she
fun?
she studies literature. Like, hello.
Yeah, she's a freak. All right, she's a freak. That's on. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's changed.
switched up. Yeah.
It's because your mind can only comprehend sixth graders.
Like nothing wrong with nothing wrong with listen. Reading is good, but like the shit that she reads,
What?
dead. Like I don't know, some like intellectual shit that I can't get my head around. Like I'll read, but I won't read the stuff that she reads.
Midsummer's Night Dream. Yeah, no, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, she moved, that relationship ended. First kiss. That's a pretty big accomplishment. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the next one, how old were you?
This was in year 9. However old you are in year 9.
Not very sure what year 9 is.
Year 9, 15? 15? 14? 15? Something like that.
Okay.
That one was like nothing special. It was just a girl from tennis. It was just something that like, we'd be at the same training and like we'd just sort of like be together all the time and like it just sort of developed into something cute. But I don't know. Nothing really like serious happened there. That was one. Yeah, that was one of the ones that's like not like that much happened.
When you said
So
tennis, is this you're not teaching at this time? You're not teaching at 14, 15, right? You did
no,
that
no,
at
no.
16.
This is
Yeah.
all me training. Like she was a pretty good tennis player too. So
I
yeah,
see.
similar interests, I guess. Yeah.
So you laying your game there, yada yada. You kind of were flirting, seeing each other for a little bit. That lasted for all of how long?
Just under 6 months. Not even.
Okay. Yeah, it's all right time, especially
Yeah.
at that age.
It wasn't even like I don't know. Yeah. I guess yeah.
How
Nothing
did it
special.
end?
She stopped playing the sport, sort of. Like she sort of like developed other like hobbies, I guess,
Mm.
which was kind of different. Like it was our main point of interest, so it just sort of like was off the
Yeah.
lines. You know what I'm saying? It was gone.
When you don't have
Yeah.
that point of connection, then
Yeah.
what else is there?
There was no hard feelings. It was just that was it.
She might as well have started reading books in front of you. It's just not the.
Nothing, dude. Nothing. Okay.
I'm stupid. Hey, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Cake. I'm stupid.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
So we're on to number 3, relationship number 3. How did you find this lovely individual, and how old were you?
It was this year. Beginning of this year. The
For number
very
3.
beginning of this year. Yeah, I haven't had a relationship since. That was when I had my hoe period in that.
Oh,
in
okay,
that.
okay, good, okay.
Yeah.
And, on theme because it's Christmas. Anyways, all right. So we're talking about your
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. So yeah, those two things, and then I had my hoe period for a couple years, and then dry period, still dry period. Then I
Gushing.
Oh. No, dude, not even.
Too much.
Oh,
God. You can't leave me like that. You can't you are literally setting me up. This is 10. You are setting me up for me to put an ace right there. All right.
Oh God.
So
Jesus.
you were hoeing around.
Yeah.
And you met this person during your hoe period, correct?
So I haven't had like a proper relationship this was an online thing. So I've had 2 online relationships. So this was a girl from overseas, and that was pretty cool. That she met me in my stream, and we kind of hit it off, I guess.
Cool.
That never that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that time. That was like 4-ish months, not even. It was pretty short. She was overseas. It was pretty cool. And then she sort of had like some stuff she had to deal with, so we just sort of ended it. So yeah, nothing like too serious.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that,
I guess Twitch chat knows another person from Twitch. Yeah.
there are just
So
other prerogatives to streaming. It sounds like this is just this is loaded. Yeah. I feel that.
But we've sort of called that quits for now. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think many people knew, but that's probably news to like a decent amount of people in Twitch chat.
Sure.
We sort of like quit that for now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally
In case
understandable.
you're wondering.
Yeah, I think you know, I like the wording of it though. I like the way it's been worded for now. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't, we'll leave it
We'll
at
see.
that. Let me ask you this
Yeah.
though. Okay, in terms of
Mm.
relationships, what do you seek for, or what are you attracted to when you look for someone to kind of fall for?
Mm, well, when I look at all these girls that I've like, even though it's like really widespread, it's definitely girls that are genuinely like caring and just are there. Like they're like girls that there's girls out there that are just sort of like not calling out anyone or whatever, but there's ones that like I don't feel are very genuine and are just sort of there for the relationship. And then there's girls that are genuinely invested in that shit. And it's those ones that are caring and like always there,
Mm,
which I really appreciate. And then in terms of like personality and stuff, I love a girl that like laughs and has good humor and shit,
mhm,
and can make jokes. Um, you know, that's really important to me. And like looks don't really mean a lot to me.
mm.
If I'll think they're beautiful if they're beautiful, like beauty isn't just like outside, it's inside as well. So that's really important. Like, you just, you figure someone out pretty quickly if you talk to them enough.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to ask you. This is now off the cuff. All right,
Yeah,
we're
go for
going.
it.
We're freestyling. We've been freestyling since the moment we went live. I want you to know that all the
Yeah,
whole
fuck
shit,
yeah.
the fucking script that I sent you, we haven't even covered any of that. It's very rough. A rough script. It's a rough rundown.
It's all right.
But
I prefer it that way.
oh, hey man, I think that's what makes Twitch so exciting is
Free
unpredictability.
flowing.
Yeah, exactly. If I had every question written out for you, it would not be as fun. It just wouldn't
No,
be. It's
absolutely not.
boring.
Yeah.
And every interview is different for that reason. But can't for you, with all the former relationships you've had, the 4 or 5 that you've mentioned, can you give us something that you've learned about yourself and about relationships or love or whatever you want to put it that you can just possibly hand off to this future of people that are all very horny on Maine looking for their love lives as well?
There's a few things. I would say don't don't s- don't do yeah, I don't know how to word this. Don't make all of everything you do towards that person. Make sure that you're still looking after yourself because that's definitely fucked me in the past that I've only been there for them and not for myself, and it ruins you in like the long run, which is something that I'm definitely learning now recently. And yeah, that's probably the number one thing. And then communication is extraordinarily important from both ends. If there's no communication, it's just never going to work, which is really, really something I'm learning recently as well. And then patience. Patience is good. Patience is really important. It's really, really important because if you don't have any patience with them and you don't give them space or whatever, it's gonna be fucking rough in the end. So yeah, that
What
that's definitely it.
what does it mean to take care of yourself in a relationship? Because I think relationships are very, it's a duality. It's two people trying to care for one another. And we always hear words like being selfless and loving the other person and accepting their flaws and all this. But what does it look like to take care of yourself during a relationship?
I mean, a lot of the time when you're with that person, it means a lot to you and you feel really, really good. But you always need to take a step back and like look at like how everything's going and make sure that you are taking care of other things that maybe the partner can't take care of that, maybe impacting like the relationship overall as well, which is really important. And as well as making sure that, you tell each other that
there's certain things going on, and then you can work on that in yourself. Because there's things that your partner, the person you're in a relationship with, can't help you with. There's shit
Yeah,
you got to sort out yourself.
that is true.
And another thing that is really like, it's always a quote that everyone says, and I find very, very true. You can't love someone else until you love yourself. So that's also a very, very big takeaway from everything. You have to love yourself before you can love someone else.
Wow.
It's very important, 100%. Yeah.
You love yourself, Kank?
I'm starting to. Yeah. 100%. It's a long process, dude. You know,
Why did you
everyone
not
has flaws.
before? Why did you not before?
I don't know. There's a lot of like a lot of shit that like goes through my mind. Like I think a lot. My mind is just fucking my mind's a pepper meltdown all the time. And yeah, when you think like that, sometimes you think the worst and like shit sort of just gets to you. And sometimes it gets a bit much and you always think the worst of yourself. And yeah, things can get rough around the edges and you just sort of hide it. You don't want that shit to be like a burden on other people,
Yeah,
which is something like I should probably like do. I should probably open up to more people. But you know, it's been a learning process. You learn more about yourself every day, and I'm starting to get to the point where I understand where I'm at in life. Other than the fact that I don't know what like work and shit I want to do, I do know
sure.
everything else. Like I have an idea of like what I want in life. So
Yeah,
that's pretty neat for me. I feel like, but in the wide scope, it's definitely a long process to love yourself. It's yeah. You always think the worst. It's fucking hard sometimes. So yeah.
how do you do it?
Do what?
How do you love yourself?
How do you love yourself?
Or
You
how
just need to
have you been
understand your
doing it?
worth. Your worth is what's important. If someone doesn't have the time for your, whatever, it's that's okay. You just need to know that what you do and the time you give yourself and all that learning period whatever you have for yourself is really important for the development of like you, your friends, your relationships, all that, because at the end of the day
Mm,
it's basically all on you. So that's why it's always important when I say that, just to love yourself. It's really hard to like it just takes time and effort, a lot of effort to change things that you don't like about yourself and work on yourself in better ways. So yeah,
I like that.
it's a process.
I have usually I think why I do these kind of interviews is sometimes I'm looking for the answer from other people. That's why I asked. And why
Mm,
that's why it's tough. These questions are not it's very difficult to ask this question without being very nosy or very
mm,
like imposing.
no.
But I appreciate you answering. No, dude, it really took a lot of courage to do that. And it took a lot of strength and clearly time for you to process whatever you've been going through in life
Oh yeah.
to come to this conclusion. I want people to understand that from you because I could I could bullshit it. I could jerk off and bullshit an answer and that's that. But for you to take the time to really feel out your emotions, I think we're so quick to bury them. We're so quick to dismiss them, especially as
Mm,
men, because it's not common for men to be talking about feelings, or else you
no.
get pegged as a softie or a loser or whatever derogatory terms or
Yeah.
staples that they do. So for you to really understand yourself in that realm, I think is extremely powerful, man. And I'm proud of you.
It's a process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes time though. That's for
That,
sure.
of course, of course. That being said, Mr. King, I appreciate the life stories that you've given us. All right, the brief
Mm.
window into who you are, but we're strolling in to the oops, I pressed the wrong button. The community questions
Oh god. Yep. Here we go.
part of the bit here. Now, there are a lot of individuals that have been just sending in questions, and I'm trying to get to the very top. I might not even accept new questions because of how many questions that we
Is
have
there
here.
that many? Fucking hell, all right.
Well, I don't know if they're questions or comments, but well, I'll get to them. There's just a couple rules here.
Yep.
So first one is if it's just a reaction, you could give a sentence and that's that. We'll move on from there, just because of how many. You're more than welcome to veto any questions. And I think I've been around the block long enough to make sure there's no landmine questions. If there are, just veto and we'll move on. All right, Kank?
Yep.
Okay, first one here is Kank, your very hot boy Nikki loves you.
Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it.
I don't understand. I hope that whenever I do this show, I get those kind of reactions. I just want that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you will. All right. How do you say your name? Is it lecancar, lecanklin, or lecancar? Pepe laugh. I don't get it.
What was the difference between the first and the last one, mums?
They weren't.
They were the same thing?
Okay, fuck you guys. All right.
Go to the next one. Fuck that off. That was blue. That was fucking blue.
That was blue? And the thing is, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I made a question out of nothing. Here's one. Oh, this is weirdly wholesome. That's not accustomed to this segment.
Okay.
What do you see as being most important in a friendship? I'm scared at how long it's taking you.
No, because there's a lot of things that come to mind.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I'd say it's the same thing as a relationship, just not as loving. There's still a lot of love in a friendship, I feel like.
Yeah.
But in a friendship, I would still have to say that communication is a lot. I feel like because I've had a lot of friends in the last year and a bit that have I've drifted away from, and that's purely because of the fact that I haven't like reached out to them, I haven't communicated to them, and you regret it. It kind of sucks not being able to stay in touch with them. Like I could message them right now, but I'd feel weird because I haven't spoken to them in so long. Except for like Dom's a good example. Like the IRL stream I did the other week where I was at Dumplings and had all that shit and whatever. That was the first time I'd seen him in 6 months, and I was the one that reached out to him. I was like, "Yo, like, how are you? What's been happening?" Like, it took him like 3 days to reply. I thought he was gonna dono all me, but at the end he was like, "Oh, sorry, I've been busy. Like, let's catch up. Let's do something."
Mhm.
And it happened, and it was amazing. It was really, 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 really nice to catch up with an old friend like that. So I think that communication in a friendship as well as a relationship, one of the number one things. So important.
Is that why
Yeah.
you DM me Dono Wall the other night?
No, okay, dude. I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
What?
You're always
I'm
up that late, so I kind of expected you to be. So
By the way, I never
he
even got to
don't
ask.
know what we chat. He don't know what we.
No, I love you, Gag. Where?
I know.
Did you? By the way, did you play last night on stream?
Yeah, we finished it. You missed it.
Are you kidding me? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? You finished
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
How? I thought we only did chapter 1.
Nah, we did episode 3 and finished it last night. Just watch the VOD.
Oh
Unlucky.
my gosh! Are you streaming tonight?
I'm not sure. We'll see. There's a bonus episode we have to do, so I might do that tonight. We'll see.
Shit, that's bullshit. Fine, I'll watch it tonight. I'll watch it tonight, guys. It's fine. I got a week and a half off. It's fine. All right. Okay. Oni's just being rude. Love you, Oni. You can find my shit on YouTube, Oni. Get the hell out of my face. If being a streamer didn't take off and tennis coach wasn't what you enjoyed, where would you end up right now?
Shit. I'd probably. Who knows? That could have been a good thing. You never know. I could have found like a proper job at this point in life. I did a lot of like internships and placements at gyms, and I was a personal trainer. So that's something I could definitely do. I could definitely have become a personal trainer potentially. What else could I have done? I might have traveled if I didn't go to uni as well. I would have probably taken a gap year and just traveled. I would really want to do like all of Europe, and I want to do Asia as well. So yeah, that would have been pretty cool as well. But who knows, man? I could have found some really cool job that I would never have heard of or knew of, and
Mhm.
that could have been something that could have changed my life. So
I like that your head is so optimistic. I like that that's what you're always, the spin on it is could have been
yeah,
bigger and better because a lot of people just
yeah,
tend to shit on themselves, be like, I don't know, I probably do nothing,
no,
or
can't be
I
doing
like
that all
that.
the time. Yeah,
Next one here says Kank looking divine. Word.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoever
Uh,
said that, love you.
Kank, I have a question for you. Do you practice tennis after work or not? From your biggest crush, Nikki.
No, no.
No.
I finish work at 7:30. The one thing on my mind is let me get the fuck home and have a shower and go on my computer. No, never. Yep.
Hey, that's the geek in you there, wanting to
Yeah,
get home as fast as
exactly right.
possible to get. Like, yeah, I like that. Oh, what got you into tennis?
Um, a lot of there's actually something I did in one of my uni course, like subjects, and it was like about getting kids to play sports and stuff. But basically, I tried soccer, and I was actually good at soccer, but basically, it's all about location. I feel like a lot of where you live and like the sporting like facilities and whatever you live nearby dictates a lot about what you're going to play when you grow up. So the closest sporting field or sports facility that was to me was this local little tennis club that I joined when I was 8. And there was nothing else really close by other than like a soccer pitch. So it was between that and soccer. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's definitely what got me into it.
Where would you place yourself in 2 more years in life/Twitch?
Hmm. In terms of life, I would like to have a car. I would like to be moved out. Relationship doesn't really matter too much for me right now, but if I were to have a really like stable, beautiful relationship, that would be nice as well. But that doesn't fuss me too much. And then I definitely would have been well traveled and like just sort of like discovered myself even more. That would be pretty nice. But other than that, oh, and I guess like a full time job. In the next 2 years, I'd love to have like a proper full time job that can fund my life properly.
Hmm.
But yeah, those are like four goals that I'd like to have. Yeah.
Any cougar stories? As a tennis coach, pause champ.
Uh, look, you got to be professional and not engage with clients. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
And engaging with engaged clients. Interesting.
Oh god. Oh, and streaming.
Oh yeah,
Um,
streaming. I didn't get to
in terms of streaming,
in 2 years.
2 years. God, good question. I don't know. I really don't know. I could have. I don't know. Um, obviously, like verification and that shit is like a long term goal, but
What do you mean? Oh, like partner?
like partnered, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Um, but that's like never been like the sole goal of my streaming. Like, I'm just sort of there to vibe out and like chat shit with people and just have a good time. Like, that's like the long term big ass goal that I never really expect to like occur. Like,
Mm,
there's a lot of shit that goes into that. You got to be not only do you have to be consistent on Twitch, you have to be consistent on other platforms that can bring in other stuff. You got to you got to post on YouTube, you got to post on TikTok, Twitter, fucking Instagram. You got to plug that shit everywhere. And you know, it's a lot of work.
yeah.
It's a lot of work. You need a lot of time and people to help you with that stuff. So, yeah. But we're in the works for shit like that. Like, we have a lot of YouTube uploads that are ready to be uploaded. I'm just not sure when to upload them, and all
Hmm.
scheduling and shit like that for that. But yeah, I guess 2 years from now, I guess it just growth. Like, in 2 years' time, if there's like not a substantial amount of growth, I'd probably like not be streaming as much or streaming at all. Like,
Yeah.
because like if I have a full time job by then, that's like an entire day of just working and then dinner, coming home, showering, and then repeat. Like streaming wouldn't be there wouldn't be much time for it. I feel like in a real like proper job like situation like that. So yeah.
I felt the same way too. I don't know. Weird.
Mm. It is weird. Yeah.
Interesting to look at. But only time will tell on that. Enjoy the
Exactly.
now kind of deal.
Yeah, of course.
What's your outlook on people? When people come into your life, how do you know they are right for? Hence, how are they bad for you?
What does that even mean?
I have no idea. I think let's just make it a little bit easier. What's your outlook on people when people come into your life? How do you know they are right for you, and how do you know they're bad for you?
There's people in like your like I said, I feel like I've got a very good judgment of character, and if you talk to someone enough, you kind of know where they're at in their like life and like what they want to do, like what their intentions are with you, especially. And you know, if you sense that they're there for I don't know, there's people there just for clout, like they're like let's be honest, there's people there just for that. Even though I don't really have any of that, but there's people there just to leech off you, and there's people out there that'll take advantage of you, but you kind of tell early on when someone's doing that. Like there's a complete difference in someone that's genuine versus someone that is there just for that. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty obvious in the long run. Yeah.
I like that. This might be within your community. Use the condoms yet?
Oh, there's a packet of condoms on my desk that I haven't really used. No.
Why do you have them in the first place? Are they a paper holder? What is that?
One's been used, all right? Just leave me alone.
Why, to test it out? What were you?
Oh my god.
What, was it cold in your room? Did you? Just let me put on my third sock. Thank you.
Oh my god, dude.
You're realizing very quickly. This is my forte, Kank. All right. Being funny live, it's great, easy.
It's great.
It's about. I got to get you on the network, dude. I hope. Are you willing to do that show? Can you do that show in January?
What show?
Okay, fuck you. Get out of my.
No,
I'm
no,
joking.
no.
I'm
You're
joking.
the one you do on a Monday, right?
The ones I do on Tuesday your time.
Yeah, 100%. Fuck
Dope.
yeah. As long as I'm not like away, I'll be there.
Okay, perfect. And I know your schedule is January better, so then I'll do you.
I don't have work, so we're straight chilling.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What kind of condoms, by the way?
Regular ones.
What's regular mean?
Do you better just show them? Like, is that what you want?
Yeah. What is these? We got him, guys. We got him. I legitimately got condoms.
Regular. Lifestyle.
Lifestyle? I've never heard of this. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of lifestyle. What are they like? The only time I've heard lifestyle, I've only heard lifestyle for like running shoes. All right, like Nike makes lifestyle shoes where you can wear them outside, you can wear them for gym. I've never heard of lifestyle That's the most casual condoms I've ever heard in my life. Now we're gonna get Trojan ads running the whole time as people come in here.
Yeah, sponsor me. Lifestyle.
Interesting. Average too. Let's make sure everyone knows this. All right, average. Okay, he's above.
Shut up. Yeah.
I'll fuck with you. Oh, wait. He's coxy, anyways. How did you meet your mods, Kank?
Ooh, good question. So So Majestic Owl was my first ever mod. She's not here right now. I think she's actually streaming right now.
Mm.
Is she? No, she just ended. But she was streaming, and she was there. She's there from the beginning. She was my first ever subscriber, and she's always been a good friend of mine. She's she's my longest ever sub, my first ever sub. She was my first ever mod, and she was always there. She was always, like her, David, and JJ, who's probably lurking. Those guys were always here, and they were always like in there at the time, and I gave them all mod, not at the same time, but once like people started coming in and we needed like mods, I gave them all mods. And yeah, those guys were always there because I trusted them. They were like the first ones. So that was pretty easy for me to pick like who I gave mod to. And then from there, Spremo, who we call Supreme, he came in.
That's who you call Supreme. I've been wondering who the fuck Supreme is. No
Spremo is Supreme. Yeah.
Spremo. Okay.
He came in one day and he was trying to do like mod stuff. It was funny. He came in and he was trying to do like mod stuff, but obviously he wasn't a mod. And then one day I was like, "Yo, just give him mod." I was like, "All right, let's do it." I gave him mod, and he was there every day. I can tell you, and this is my God on it. This is my complete truth. Supreme, without Supreme, my Twitch channel wouldn't be like where it is right now. If I'm being completely honest, that man would this is like he would interact with every new viewer. Like he would welcome everyone. He'd say goodbye to everyone. He was huge. Amazing. He was the best fucking mod, and he would always be there from start to end. And I don't know if you know this, but we like my community and like the entirety of our community, we actually bought him a computer because he was doing all that on a laptop.
What? He was doing all that shit on a laptop?
Yeah, so we bought him a PC. We bought him a $3,000 PC.
That's amazing.
Almost 6 months ago now, yeah.
That was amazing. Really cool. I love that so much.
One of my favorite things I've done with like this Twitch community. It's been really fucking cool.
Holy, that is so cool. That's legitimately probably top 3 coolest things I've heard on this show in terms of. That's awesome.
Really
Holy
cool, yeah.
cow. And I want to be able to tell you that because legitimately, I've been looking for mods for so long. Like finding a mod is a needle in the haystack because it is so hard, especially one that's willing to be like, engaging with people and all that is so fucking rare. So I love that. Ganka. Good for you.
Yeah, it's really cool. Supreme's basically been there from the get. And there's been periods where he's like drifted in and out, but he's always been there. Like he's someone like I really trust. Like I consider a good friend. I'm gonna go up to Sydney for his birthday if I can. So yeah, really cool.
As I say that, all these people are saying this. I gotta look. I'm not gonna steal your mods. All right, Kank. It's not gonna happen. All right,
you stream at different times for me, so it's fine.
All right, I'll see you, Supreme. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Anyway, I'll see you after the show. You'll get a DM from me. Anyways, just give me your information there. Kank. Okay, this one's clearly within yours. Ask Kank how was his poop on a Discord call the other night. Open parentheses. Yeah, we heard the sound. Close parentheses. As we say that, we get the raid from Megals. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll repeat the question. Don't worry, Kank. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, go for it. Welcome everyone in.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, Meg, what did you do today? We're gonna do all that shit? Are we gonna pretend? Or are we gonna talk about how you're trying to get me to play Stardew Valley with you later tonight? All right, that's not gonna happen, ma'am. I know you're a little. She's been off the goop a little bit. She's off the goop a little bit. Maybe that's why she raided me. Huh?
That's a good looking game. I want to play that.
Oh, it's a fantastic. It's one. Kank, do you want to play Stardew Valley?
Let's do it. What the fuck?
Honestly, I'll do it. I don't stream any games, so if you want to stream on yours, I'll hang out. We could do it off stream. I don't give a shit.
Dude,
I love it. All right.
What the fuck?
They have a new update. They have a new update. Wait, have you ever played?
No, it looks really like relaxing and soothing, and I like that.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Fuck yeah.
It's so
All
good.
right.
But guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Meg. I'm fucking with you. All right. I know you want to play. I'll play with you later. But everyone that's coming from Meg's raid here, welcome. My name is Moms Online, and you've entered another episode of Inside the Streamer Studio. Today's guest of honor is the one, the only, the lovely lecancar, and we are in the segment of the community questions here. We've been digging in. We've been digging deep on all these questions that have been really in the forefront of everyone's minds here. And the question that you stumbled upon, and I'll reread it one more time for everyone watching right now. It says, "Ask Kank, how was his poop on a Discord call the other night?" Open parentheses. Yes, we heard the sounds. Close parentheses. Can you explain to me what this is about? This is clearly within your community.
It was after stream. I needed to take a shit, and I was like, "Yo, you want me to bring you to the toilet?" And there was like 4 or 5 of them in there, and yep. I purposely like brought the phone closer to the toilet bowl so they could hear the plop, and one of them motherfuckers clipped it. They clipped the noise, so they have that saved on their computer.
Please send that. Please send that. The DMs
No,
are open on Discord.
do not. Do
not
not.
now. Not now. I'm not gonna listen to it now. That's weird. It's even weirder that I'll listen to it off stream.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What the fuck?
I need a new sound. I need a new channeler. What?
I was thinking of using it as a follower alert.
I fucking love you. That's hilarious. I'm joking. I'm joking. Keep that shit to yourself. I'm not joking. Literally keep this shit to yourself. Kank, who's your favorite e-girl?
Like that I'm friends with, or just some random chick on the internet? Like, how does that work?
I have no idea. It just says who's your favorite e-girl.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have an e-girl that
you follow. Okay. I don't know. I
Not
don't know.
really.
I don't know. I couldn't name one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pick one. Go next question.
Well done. It says, ask Kank to stand in front of his cupboard. You'll see how short he is. Smiley face. What is that? How tall are you? Uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes. He's a big man. Here comes the big man. Meg is drunk. Thank you. Are these those tiny homes that we all talk about? Are these those tiny homes that they talk about in Australia, New Zealand?
They think I look short. What do you think?
Yeah. You're good. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Really? Oh, that's not too bad.
Yep.
That's not too bad. I'll take that.
Thanks.
Well, I would tower over you.
What? Aren't you?
I would tower. I would tower over you laying down.
Oh, that's cap. That is cap. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cap. 5'9". That's I'm in no room to talk, but
good.
It's fine. Good. It's fine. We'll see. We'll see in IRL.
Someone shorter than me. Yeah. What's next?
I don't know.
Okay.
What does it mean to have worth? Wow, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Do you get these questions usually, or is my chat just fucking deep?
I get these, but not in this order. Not in this order.
Say that again.
What does it mean to have worth? I think they're referring to when we were talking about loving yourself during the relationships segment of the show. Sorry about that.
What does it mean to have worth?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's a...
Or value, if that helps as a synonym.
Sure. Jesus Christ. I don't know. That's really hard to answer. I guess when you okay, let's just start with the fact that if you know yourself well enough or not, if you understand how you are as a person,
yeah,
from there, I feel like you can start developing an understanding of what your worth is and working on that. So like, you say values, but like, what do values mean? Like what's important to you? Like what isn't? Like what makes you the person you are? Like that. I feel like that's like a broad idea of what your worth is. It's really, really, really like complicated question. So I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer.
Okay. On the same vein, though, here's another question directly at what you said during the kind of the romantic history segment. Why can't you love someone else before you love yourself?
Oh.
I mean, that came
Okay.
from your mouth directly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's where it comes from. Like basically, so the idea is that if you can't show yourself love and appreciate what you're worth, how are you going to do that for someone else? If you have the idea that you give all of your love and affection to someone else, it's going to kind of bite you in the butt eventually, I feel
Mhm.
like, because at one point or another you're not going to have that ability to love for yourself. Like one day, let's just say something bad happens in like this friendship or relationship,
Mhm.
it could fuck with you, and not having that like self-love can really ruin yourself even further without you even knowing. So like what I'm saying is when you love yourself, it's a lot easier for you to love someone else, and then also fix you know bad things that happen along the
Yeah.
way. That was pretty shit answer, but
No, I liked it,
that's
especially on the spot, man. These are hard. This is the hardest segment, in my opinion, of the
yeah,
show
this
because
is fucking good job, guys.
even
Yeah,
even I don't have these questions. This one just says kiss already for weird. What?
you and I.
You sounded very confident in knowing what that meant. Okay, all
It's
right,
got to be just us
that's
two. Who else?
fair
Who else have I
play.
spoken about?
I don't know why they're pushing this. All right, all right. He already DMs me late at night, asking me questions. He's actually honestly one of the sweetest people I've ever had. You and Jax are the two people that DM me like, hey, how you doing, bud? How's your day? And I was like, that's
I
the
love that.
nicest. It is the
That's
nicest
sick.
thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
But we'll save it for PAX. Don't worry, we'll save it for PAX.
I look
The
forward to it.
the tension is what is the best part I hear. What's your worst regret in life?
Ooh, my worst regret.
Mhm.
Wow, what the fuck? Phew. Nothing like sticks out to me. Um, but there's a couple of things that like I don't know. Like there was one incident where I kind of bullied a kid at high school, but it was like it's sort of like it developed. Like it wasn't something intentional. It's kind of just like it was weird. I regret that. That was rude. I should never have done that. It was
Yeah.
something that like sort of happened over a long period of time that like kind of like fuzzled into something that both of us like he said some shit that he shouldn't have, and then it sort of like it kind of like backlashed him, but I shouldn't have done it in the first place. Anyways, let's not talk about that anymore because there's a lot of capital D Collins in chat right now.
Mhm.
What's another regret?
Is it
Jeez.
weird bullying someone but looking up to them physically?
What do you mean? Fuck off. Fuck off.
That's just see. This is one of the reasons why I can't be tall. All right, if I'm tall and I can make these jokes, it's over. It's done. That's why the Lord was
Yeah.
like, yeah, God was like, we gotta cut mom to the knees. Literally, we gotta cut his knees off and make him
Yo,
a
are we
stud.
sparring when you come to Melbourne or what? Fucking hell.
I'm joking. I'm gonna give you a big old hug, man. Get the fuck out of here. You think I fight at all? Look, have you seen my glasses?
No.
Do you look at my
You
fucking
see
glasses?
me? Hello? My fucking
I
arm.
can
Are
see
you kidding
you.
me?
You could be scrappy. I think you're scrappy. For me, I'm the person at a bar fight that literally has to find a weapon. Like I find like the nearest beer bottle, I'm just grasping it, fucking like
Yeah. Gotcha.
I should break the glass. That makes more sense. I didn't. I didn't think about that in
You
my
didn't think about
fantasy.
that, okay.
Um,
True.
let me read a couple more here for you. All right.
Yeah, go for it. I love
It
these.
it says oh well, this one's about me. I don't know. I might just read this for later.
Okay.
The hell is this is weird. I'm
What is
flattered
it?
though. Okay.
Gotcha?
So it says we always crushing on the guests, comma, kank hot he know it. Kank hot he know we know. Let's crush on mom. Mom's you hot. It's weird calling you mom hot, but it is what it is. Drop the name so I don't have to call mom hot and skincare routine XOXO Gossip Girl. Also, can you do a 5 fingers of death one day on stream? What's 5 fingers of death? I have no
I don't
idea.
know. What is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is? I don't know. Whatever. Next.
Okay, I'm not reading those ones.
Oh.
There's somewhere. I'll screenshot them to you later.
Okay.
I don't get this one. Ever thought about being a tour guide in the future?
Oh, that's a joke. Whenever I'm drunk, I like to tour guide people, like I did when I called you that other
Oh
day.
my gosh, yeah.
I'm
you
always
do.
like, "Yo, I
You're
did
right.
this here. This happened here. Like,
Mhm.
there's this place." I don't know what it is, but when I'm drunk, that's what I do. Yeah, it's
You and-
fucking funny.
Parker does the same thing, but he does it on Google Maps. Like he'll pull up. We're on Discord call, right? And I'm
Yeah.
blatantly like hazy, and he'll pull up Google Maps and like make me and Peyton watch him go walking through via Google Maps his hometown and be like, "This is where I had lunch the other day. This is where I get my groceries." And I'm just like, I find it endearing. Like it's adorable. It's like a
Yeah.
little brother that's excited. But at the same time, it's like, all right, man, let's wrap this shit up. All right, I'm trying to
Yeah,
eat my
absolutely.
my sandwich. What car do you want, Kank?
I've said this before. I want something reliable, so nothing like too expensive.
Mhm.
Like I'd want like an Asian car, like a Toyota, a fucking
Ooh,
Kia. I don't know, something reliable that isn't too expensive, that won't cost too much to like service. So yeah, something that like and I would never get a first hand car. Like getting a second hand car is much smarter in the long run because they depreciate so quickly. So yeah,
Mm.
something like that. Yeah, nothing too expensive.
Let's do 3 more here.
Go for it.
First one, when you coming back to Fortnite, weird champ?
Probably never. I mean, maybe one day I'll do it just for like the shits and gigs that no one will expect it coming. But for the foreseeable future, no.
Not gonna happen.
I just don't enjoy the game. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Would you rather marry Legit or Hectic Ant?
Whoa.
Someone's heart's gonna be broken tonight. We're gonna see it live on stream.
At the very moment, I'd say Ant. Sorry, Legit. I know you're probably lurking. I love you, but I've met
Wow.
Ant multiple times on like in person. The moment I meet Legit in person, that could change. You never know.
Mm.
So yeah, but I don't know. I definitely I've met Ant a lot more times, and I've spoken to them both a lot. But yeah, that's probably like the determining factor at the moment. There you go.
Nice.
I love you both.
And last
Unlucky.
question here.
Yeah, go
for
for
the
it.
evening. Would you ever go full time in streaming or even quit streaming outright?
Yes to both. If this were to ever like blow up for me, absolutely. Like, take it with both hands and go on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, that's a dream job there, right there, dude. Like, you're
Mhm.
playing video games and talking to people online for a living. Like, how fucking sick would that be? But at the same time, if the job is not the job, the stream, sorry. If streaming is like not going anywhere and then I find something that's like more financially stable, it's a proper job and it takes up a lot of my time, like I said earlier, then yeah, I could end streaming one day. And there'd be a few people who would be really upset that I'd stop streaming, but it's like a life development sort of thing, I guess. You never know. Maybe I won't ever stop. We'll see.
You never know. I like
Yeah.
that. Well, Mr. King, all right. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your willingness to be here tonight, this evening, and share so much about yourself, your streaming experience, your life story, and especially answering these questions from a bunch of people that are just coming for your throat, it looks like. No, they clearly
Is there any
love you.
more? Any
not-
interesting ones?
Not ones that are appropriate. Not ones
Okay.
that
All right.
make sense.
Show me them later. Refresh.
There's a couple. There's a couple. I've had them all. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. But with that being said, there are a couple things you have to do for me now, Kank. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Spread them. No, anywho, the first one, relax. The first one I'm gonna have you do is you have the stream pulled up.
Yep.
Can you go and check who's here and pick a name that isn't a current mod, VIP, or myself? Any name. Pick a name. Any name.
Any name. Everyone start typing. Go quickly. Go, 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 go. Pause champs. Let me see if someone sticks out to me. Dude, it's got to be Supreme. All right, Spremo. It's got to be.
Spermo, you here?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Where's
It's got to be, dude. Like,
I'm trying to
I'm
spell
forever
Spermo.
thankful for that bloke.
I'm going to look him up in my chat now. Spermo.
He's there.
All right, Spermo, here's the deal. All right, this means that you got a VIP at this channel. Spermo. So this is what's going to happen, though.
No, Spermo, not Spermo.
It's SPREMMO, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said Spermo.
Sperm. Either way. All right, dude. I got jazz on the mind. Here. So I'm going to need you to pick one person here that is done. They're done. We're taking the ring. Spermo. And we're giving it to you. All right? Choose anyone. It doesn't matter. It's okay. No hard feelings. A little bit hard feelings, but no hard feelings. Well, go ahead, Spermo. I'll keep spamming until I see your name appear. But I can't move on until you've made the choice.
Come on, Supreme, pick one. Come on.
Supreme, I will give you the job as mod if you can pick one. All right, you can pick one. It's on the house. Yao Ming. You got it.
Jeez.
He literally just got it last Wednesday. You've ruined his life, Spermo. I want you to know that. All right.
He was never gonna pick Papa.
It's there's a lot. I think a lot of them are here tonight. That's the thing. So this is the most pressure. But yeah, no, Yao's not even here. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to Yao later. One more thing I need you to do for me, gang. All right. You've gone through the ringer with me. We've been talking for 3 hours. All right. Digging into your life, digging into Twitch, digging into the community questions. So, having been in the hot seat yourself, I'm going to ask you one thing. Who is someone, name a streamer that you would like to go and see, that you'd like to see go through the exact same experience?
Well, you know who I was going to pick, and then we changed that. So, I have someone in my like mind right now. And a lot of the people that I would have originally picked, you've already done. Like, they're all pretty good homies of mine. Yeah. So, he was in here earlier, actually. He was typing in chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he's been he stopped streaming for a while, and then he came back, and I've been noticing he's been putting a lot of effort into his streaming. He streams a decent amount of hours. He does all of these like emotes. Like, he's always doing shit. Like, he's always changing his like follow alerts, his overlays and shit. And I respect it. So his name's Fratus. I don't know if he's here. Fratas. He's been grinding. He's been doing so much for streaming.
Fratas.
Fratas. Fratus. He's really sick. He's a cool bloke. Check him out.
There.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Cool. Appreciate it.
There you go.
So with that all being said and done, all right. Put that sticky note to the side there.
Go for it.
Kank. All right. We've reached the final segment of the evening. Okay. The whole inspiration for this show comes from inside the actor studio, where this man, James Lipton, brought in. You know the show? No, you don't.
I think maybe once or twice I had a look at it because you mentioned it multiple times.
Either or, but this man would bring on actors, actresses, entertainers of the sort.
Yeah.
Go into their lives, into their discography. And he's done this for 23 years. Sadly, he's passed away. But he ended the show with the same 10 questions. He would ask them all the same 10 questions. And as an homage to that man, I do the same thing. This is 45 times. 45 interviews, 45 different streams.
Wow. Yeah.
So there's only 2 rules to this, Kank.
Okay.
First one is I will not talk during the duration of this segment.
Mhm.
I'm just going to wait for you to answer with a pause,
Okay.
and we'll move on. The second thing is that you must answer the question, but keep it
Okay.
within one thought. So not one
Okay.
not one word, not one paragraph. A sentence will do. All right?
Okay.
You ready, Kank?
Go for it.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
Love. Definitely. That word means a lot to me.
What is your least favorite word?
Cringe. I hate that word so much.
What turns you on?
A good smile and personality.
Off.
Loud eating and like just loud eating or like loud chewing. I hate that so much.
What sound or noise do you love?
Ooh. The sound of a can of tennis balls being opened. Like it pops when you open it.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Either chewing or like scraping on like a board or like a knife and fork when it scratches a dinner plate. That pisses me off. That's probably the one.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck. 100%. It's so versatile.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Professional tennis player, probably. It's always been the dream. It's very difficult, though.
What profession would you not like to do?
I don't know. There's a lot of ones I wouldn't want to do. I wouldn't want to be a garbage man, a lollipop man, a tradie. I don't think I'd be very good as a tradie. Anything in that field.
And lastly, Kank, heaven exists. What would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Something along the lines of you were loved, people appreciated you, something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
I love Mr. Kanker. Ladies and gentlemen, Kanker. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here. Holy shit.
Thank you.
This is what I mean in terms of, I don't really get to interview people that I've spoken to prior that often. And usually it's kind of the thrill for me, having to tap dance and, try to figure out where we'll get along and then really going for that. But, knowing you prior to doing the show, well, a little bit, not too much, because we always have that conversation of you being like, do I talk about this now? Do I tell you now, or do you want me to tell me later? All that being said and done, let me give you the wrap up here before I give you the final word and we go our separate ways. All right, Kank?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I have had the pleasure of getting to know you for the past 3 weeks? 3 weeks now.
I'd say month.
Month. Fine. Okay, this man's rounding
go for a
up.
month.
All right, let's go for a month.
Go for a month.
And the man that I've known both on and off stream are fantastic. You are an amazing individual. With a lot of love and a lot of people that are supporting you regardless of what you do with Twitch or IRL. I think what kept me around, like I know this over the course of the evening, especially early on, I'm just fucking roasting you. You know, I'm just making the
Yeah,
jokes.
it's all good banter.
Well, I try to humanize the guests. I realized I didn't really need to do that too much since I already kind of knew you, but I guess for the
Yeah.
sake of the show, I would. But there's something about you. It really is your attitude and your ability to. There's something calming being around you, and I've noticed that especially being in a call with you. Even when we're talking or you're asking for advice about whatever life and vice versa, you
Yeah.
have a demeanor that's so. It's like the world could be ending around us, and it didn't matter. Like you would have
Yeah.
kept a steady ship, and I respect that dearly. And I see that in a lot of great leaders, and I see that in a lot of great streamers as well. Um, in regards to where you're going in life, I mean, I think I don't need to say it. You already said it yourself. You know, you're enjoying the journey, and you're all ears. You're open to taking, the glass is half full kind of deal. And I love that about you, man. You really do keep a lot. There are quite a bit of phonies here on Twitch. I mean, I would even say to an extent I could be a bit phony, but
I mean, yeah.
okay. Don't agree
Not
so
not you,
fucking
not
fast.
you.
Don't
I
agree
was
so
agreeing
fucking
with the
fast.
first
I'm saying
part.
some nice things, all right,
okay.
asshole.
Fuck it, hell. Not you. Fuck off. Oh, God.
I'm stupid. But
Oh my God.
but Kank, honestly, dude, like it's been. I try to keep my life a little bit private, and I try to keep my circle pretty tight around the internet.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that I do. But you made it so easy to be inclusive. Again, like I said, you're the one to reach out. Very rarely, especially being the older one in the crew,
True.
do people reach out to you. You know, I've built a channel dedicated to talking to other people, but very rarely are people asking about me. And that's not here for me to ask you. I would prefer you guys don't DM me after this. All right? I'm doing very fine. But the fact that you would do that, the fact that you keep me in the loop about your life or everything right now, man, that meant the world. And that kind of genuine action in a person. You know, you talk about judging character. If I may judge yours for a moment, you know, as strict as your parents may have been, they did a damn fine job raising you. And
Thank you.
And it is my pleasure to have gotten to know you over the course of this evening. And I'm excited to hang out with you in real life, man. We'll share a drink. Maybe I'll get you a salad. I don't know if you're into salads like that. But being able to go over there and hopefully I can see you here in the States as well. But I love
Absolutely.
you. I love you a ton, Kank. All right. I truly do.
I love you too, dude.
You're a
Yeah.
good man.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
it is my honor to give you the final word. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people here? What can they expect from your stream? Anything. What would you like to say to everyone that's watching tonight?
Ooh. I guess I just want to thank everyone for coming out. Like, I didn't expect this many of you, like, regular viewers, like, from my stream to come over to this. So, I really fucking appreciate the hell out of you. You know, I really love every single one of you. You're all really amazing people. It means a lot to me. So yeah. If you ever need to DM me about anything, you know, I've always got you. Same with everything. Any advice, you want to talk about anything, always message me. I'm always like open to talk. In terms of streaming, I just finished uni, finished work. Dude, it's time to start streaming more, hopefully.
There
You know,
it
I've been
is.
in my thoughts a bit for the last few weeks, and I haven't wanted to stream much, but we're getting there, and you know, my mentality's slowly creeping back to where it was, and you know, that's pretty good. So yeah, more streams here and there, hopefully. IRL streams, all that shit. Just gonna keep it chill as it always is. You know, variety, all that good shit. But yeah, thank you all. I love you all. Thanks so much for coming in and listening to me ramble with mums for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. All right, Kank. I'll talk to you again after stream, all right? I'll reach out in a little bit. You
No
take
worries.
care. You take care.
Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.